This podcast is part of the Deluxe Edition Network. To find other great shows on the network, head over to deluxeeditionnetwork.com. That's deluxeeditionnetwork.com.
Where did you get this?
On a dig down in Thebes.
Jonathan, I think you found something.
There is an ancient legend of a place known as the City of the Dead.
They call it the doorway to hell.
Where the earliest pharaohs were said to have hidden the wealth of Egypt.
Are we going into battle?
There's something out there. Something underneath that sand.
They came to uncover its secrets.
Mummies, my good son. This is where they made the mummies.
They sought to unlock its treasure.
And then there was light.
Oh, boy.
What they did
Oh my God, it does exist.
I think this may be the Book of the Dead.
was unleash a force unlike any the world has ever known.
You must not read from the book! What the hell is that?
You have unleashed a creature that we have feared for more than 3,000 years.
Whoa!
He will regenerate and no longer be the undead.
We are in serious trouble.
On May 7th,
Can you swim?
If the occasion calls for it!
Trust me! It calls for it!
Universal Pictures invites you
His powers are growing.
Run! This just keeps getting better and better.
to experience the adventure
It appears he's already chosen his human sacrifice.
that will live forever.
If he turns me into a mummy, you're the first one I'm coming after.
Go!
The Mummy.
Hey nerds, it's Sammy, and this is Barrel Age Chicks. Let's do this. Tonight on panel we have...
No, I'm fine.
And finally...
Hey everybody, this is Yin. Time to turn your head and cough, because I'm about to check your facts.
Welcome to another episode of Barrel Age Chicks.
Hey everybody!
Woo-woo. We've got Diane with us today.
I'm so excited.
Hi.
It's gonna be so good.
She's so fucking pretty.
Oh,
She
thank
is.
you.
It's stupid.
Oh my gosh.
You're like
Stop.
an Amazonian princess.
She is.
Yeah.
Yen is so pretty.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're gorgeous.
Please, you're gonna make me blush.
It's always lovely.
I feel like I've been way too far. Or too far?
Yeah,
Wow.
too far.
I've been way too far and too long.
Yeah.
Yes.
All
both.
the things.
All
It
the
is.
things.
Far and long.
It is.
So Yen,
Yes.
what movie are we doing today?
Oh, so this is kind of a part of a character thing that we did with
Trifecta.
Yes.
With Tim Curry.
Yes, thank you. The Tim Curry
Yeah.
trifecta that we did earlier, and I wanted to choose character, and it was going to be Brendan Fraser.
Yay.
Yay!
We like us some Brendan.
So of course, with his movie selection, I felt like it was only appropriate to do The Mummy
Have
because
to.
it was one of the most popular movies I think that he did.
Oh
Kids
yeah.
are just so fun.
It's a good
They
one.
really are fun.
Yeah.
And one thing, like rewatching this, the graphics really hold up considering this
do.
was made in 99.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah.
CGI really holds up well.
It
I was
isn't
super
bad.
impressed.
Yeah. It's
Especially on our
aged well.
new ginormous TV.
You're gigantic. Oh my God.
It's beautiful.
S on our way home. Mom, did you see their new TV? It's huge.
It's huge.
Nice.
It's huge.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was funny. I was like, I did not pay attention. I'm sorry.
No, it's intense.
You're in the movie.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to give a little bit of snippet about the movie, and then we'll get right into what the drink is.
Sure.
So that's cool with you guys?
Sounds good.
Alrighty.
Do it.
So The Mummy was directed by Stephen Sommers, who also did the screenplay. The budget for the movie was about $80 million, In box office, it made $416.4 million.
That's just the first movie, right?
That was just the first. Wow. Yep. And
That is a...
Yeah.
They did good.
from this movie, this movie was based on a movie that was made back in 1932. But this one kind of had 8 different branchings of movies after it, kind of based off of it. So you had The Mummy, The Mummy Returns. I'm not going to remember all of them.
Tomb Raider, Mummy.
We just combined 2 people. And,
Yeah.
We're
just going to pretend that Rachel Weisz was never her and Tomb Raider Mummy.
I was so disappointed in the third one where
I hated
they
it.
took her off. Yeah.
Yeah.
was
I was
not
like, I'll
into
never,
it.
I watched it once. I'll never watch it again.
Because they had such great chemistry together, and then to pull her out. Well, they didn't pull her out. She
she was done.
left. Yeah. But then you also had the Scorpion King, which also had its sequels and a prequel and all stuff. So 8 different movies, well, including The Mummy.
Wow.
From the beginning of that.
I didn't realize it was that expansive.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I didn't realize the Scorpion King had that many
I didn't
branches,
either. Because after seeing the Scorpion King, they just should have squished his ass and let it go. Because it was not good.
Yeah. The reason I chose this, The Mummy, instead of like its little sequels is I think in some of the interviews that Brendan Fraser did, like you can tell the CGI on the Scorpion King was
shitty,
pretty bad.
Sorry,
it was rough to look at.
It was only bad with his character. Everything else was really great.
That's true.
It was
Storyline
only
was good.
his video game looking character. That was terrible.
It did look like in-game graphics.
Yeah,
the way that it animated it.
Just a little tidbit about that movie is that they only had one day to shoot his scenes, The Rock, because he had to go and do his like wrestling gig, because this was, one of, I don't know if it's the first movie that he was in, but it was one of the first ones.
Yeah.
So he was still deep into wrestling at that time.
That was in the peak of Raw era.
Yeah.
So they had to
like
fill him in with CGI or sticks with a picture or something like that. So anyway,
that's how I'm gonna get through Europe.
It is.
Me on a stick.
We're gonna work on it.
Sammy on a stick.
She's here. See the stick.
Please.
The movie was released on May 7th in 1999. Part of the cast included, I'm going to probably not catch everybody, but I'll try to catch the big ones. Of course, you have Brendan Fraser as Rick O'Connell, Rachel Weisz as Evelyn Carnahan, John Hannah as Jonathan Carnahan, which is her brother, Arnold Vosloo. Is that Vosloo?
Sounds good to me.
Anyway, as Imhotep, Kevin O'Connor as Benny, Jonathan Hyde as Dr. Alan Chamberlain, Oded Fair. Yep. As Ardeth Bay. And music was done by Jerry Goldsmith. Filming was mostly in Morocco and United Kingdom, where they were able to use the Sahara Desert for their scenes. So they were never actually in Egypt, mostly because of governmental turmoil, political turmoil at the time. So they had to kind of move it over. But like in that environment, you're dealing with snakes, scorpions, still, elements, dehydration.
Oh yeah,
it was.
It's a desert.
Pretty rough. Pretty rough situation for everybody.
Have you guys ever seen like a large scorpion in person?
No.
Like the big one?
No,
they're fucking terrifying.
I've never seen a big one.
Okay, so just jumping into that since you brought it up.
Now, is it a bug or is it a lizard?
It's an arachnid. It's like
arachnid.
It's like we don't say that word.
No,
I caught myself.
It's a bad thing. It's a bad thing. They're so
okay. Arachnid. That's fine.
Yeah,
I can get it from that.
We went to when I was growing up in Vegas. We used to go out to Lake Mead all the time, and we went on this camping trip out to the lake, and everybody had their boats, and we were on my dad's friend's boat, and we went out and we were trying to camp in this cove, but like. For some reason, it took us forever to find the spot. So it was like pitch black when we found it. So everybody was like in the dark by moonlight trying to like set up a camp. And it was crazy windy because there was nothing blocking it. So it was just all this wind blocking it. So nobody could put up their tents. So as we just kind of abandoned everything and jumped back on the boats. And then the next morning we went to go clean up the camp.
Oh Lord!
And 6-inch friends everywhere, crawling, trying to attack all the people
They are
on the
not
beach.
your friend.
And there was like 20 of us.
Oh my Lord.
We just jumping back onto the speedboats, abandoning everything. And you could see them from the boats on the water.
Oh my gosh, no,
crawling across the thing.
no.
It's not nice.
No, burn it with fire.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bad.
Burn it with fire. They would survive. I know they would.
Yeah, those things are evil.
Oh
gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's scary.
I have another scorpion story.
Sure. Might as well. We're doing a great job.
No, this one's great. So in our house in Georgia, it was Eric, right? I'm pretty sure it was Eric. So he came. He was like, "Hey, I found a baby lobster," and he was holding the fucking thing. Those shits are super venomous. And he was
my gosh.
a baby lobster.
Oh my god.
Not a baby lobster.
No.
How do you not just smack that out of his hand immediately?
We did, right? Yeah. Yeah, and then stomped on it.
Oh my gosh.
Scary. We had a lot of baby lobsters.
Oh my
Every time we would
gosh.
find them in the house, but we would have the house sprayed and stuff, and so we would just find dead baby lobsters all over the house. Really?
No.
And you were like, "Oh, baby no, not baby lobster.
No.
Not friendly.
No.
Stop touching." Sorry, that's the end of my scorpion story. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Oh my gosh. That's terrifying.
So those.
Whoop. Nope, I'm good.
Those are the down and dirty facts that I have. If there's anything else you'd like to add, please feel free.
I apologize.
I have several pages of notes that I've made.
Yay, notes. We love notes.
I literally made note as I was watching it. So eight of these pages are just me watching the movie and making notes of the movie. Look
at that. I love how prepared she is.
The thing is,
adorable.
it's not that I even look at them. It's the fact that I remember better if I write it while I'm seeing it.
I'm the same way.
I probably won't even use those notes.
Good for you.
Maybe. We'll see. Depends on this drink, which is what I'm about to tell you about.
Yes.
So the big gist of this movie is Imhotep falls in love with an oxen and moon, who is the pharaoh's mistress.
Yeah.
Is
that what she was? I thought that she was his wife.
No.
Mistress.
Oh.
Was going to get
She was a hoe bag, man. She didn't get wifey material.
She was
Horse.
Yeah, she was a horse.
Horse.
multiples.
Yes,
She was.
because she's a big one.
So they get caught by the pharaoh. He leaves because he can resurrect her. Blah blah blah. She kills herself. They escape. They steal her body. They try to resurrect her. It didn't work, and he gets caught. And blah 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 blah. So the end of the movie.
Yeah, because
get
my
to it.
body is no longer your temple. Ben beat I off. Wait, eat out. I love it. It sounded very German when I did it.
Yeah. So
I've never seen this movie before.
Love you.
Awesome.
You're so funny.
So the drink that I found was called the Resurrection.
Ooh.
So it's the ingredients in it. I just
It's
definitely took it
pretty
away.
color. It is like a super teally blue.
The blue curacao really kind of pops it
It
out. a little
matches
bit.
your hair.
So we've
Yes,
got
it does.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Bam. 2 ounces of spiced rum, 2 ounces of coconut water, 1 ounce of blue curacao, lime juice, and honey syrup.
It smells good.
And then what is in the
for
mocktail?
The mocktail basically just omits the spiced rum and exchanges the blue curacao alcoholic version to the non-alcoholic version.
A fancy syrup.
I have you a backup Sprite just in case it needs a little bit of pizzazz in it. Because I did add a little bit of extra coconut water in yours just to help make sure it wasn't too
I'm not
sweet. Because
I'm not dying over here drowning.
The blue curacao syrup is very syrupy when it's non-alcoholic. So I didn't want to
Overload me.
knock you out.
Give me the diabetes.
Yeah. So all right, here we go.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
My arms.
I'm too short. There we go. All right. Oh, I like that.
That's not bad.
It's very mild. It's very mild.
Yeah, it's fresh, very fresh. And it might be the coconut water. I feel like we're very hydrated now. Now we've got our healthy coconut water.
I need the hydration after last night.
The lime really pops out.
You like yours?
how's it-
Oh,
yeah,
you
how-
love yours.
Look at you. You're just, you're just trying to get an idea.
Oh my
about
gosh, you know what it tastes like?
What?
It tastes like a gusher, like a blue gusher.
That's the very best gusher.
It's what it tastes like. This
That's
is
kinda
2
cool.
middle fingers, I'm saying right now.
Nice.
it. So how's the sweetness on yours?
It's really good. It's got the lime juice gives it a tartness. So it cuts through the blue curacao.
This is very good.
But and
Oh,
then
wow.
you get this little something from the coconut water. that little bit of coconut.
Yeah.
And it just, it tastes like a gusher.
Nice.
Like, holy smokes. Like, it's really good.
Nice.
You're going to have to give me the recipe for this one because this is delicious.
That's awesome.
I ended up making my own honey syrup. I mean, basically, it's like making simple syrup, but, 1 part honey, 1 part water, boil it down, cool it up. There you go.
Nice. And that's what I was, that's
So,
amazing.
It's a nice little, yeah.
Look at you.
Thanks, man.
Yes, 2 middle fingers.
All right.
How about you, Snow?
So there is a, I think it's from the spiced rum. There's a lingering kind of heavy alcohol taste on the tongue. But the coconut water is super refreshing and it lightens it up a lot. I do like the flavors. It smells real nice. I think I'll definitely give this 2 middle fingers. Like, it's a sipping drink. I couldn't gulp this down because
I'm just like,
no, yeah,
bottoms up. No.
yeah. The spice rum seems pretty heavy.
Yeah.
So I definitely couldn't like drink this down in 3 gulps, but as like a sipping drink, it's really nice.
So the only thing that I kind of went off on the main recipe was I did use black spiced rum.
Yeah.
Because it's just what I had in my cabinet. I also had another, a couple shows ago, I think I did it with the boys. I used a spiced rum, but it was a lot of vanilla flavor and it had a whole lot of different herby flavors and didn't feel like that was going to fit with this. It's more
maybe
about
too
that lime
floral.
juice. Yeah, exactly. So I had, I think I don't remember what it was. Anyway.
Was it Kraken?
No, but it's something similar.
Something
to that,
very similar.
But it was, so maybe if I didn't use a black spiced rum, it wouldn't have that such a
I
weighted
do
flavor.
think that if like this same flavor profile with a coconut rum with the coconut water would probably be
wondering
freaking
about
delicious.
that. I was just thinking coconut rum may lighten it a little bit.
And I think that would just kind of take that because it doesn't even taste spicy. It just kind of has this alcohol-y feel like taste
Like
on
a
my
heavy-
tongue.
Yeah.
But with a different rum, I think it would be like 3 middle fingers. You would have to borrow somebody else's middle finger.
You have to get a friend for that
Yeah,
one.
you would have to borrow somebody else's middle finger, a middle toe.
But what about you?
toes.
What do you think of it? There, Yen.
Yeah, I would definitely give this 2 middle fingers. I will probably finish this very quickly. But yeah, if you guys want more, I did. I have several different.
I'm definitely gonna want another gusher in a cup because it's delicious.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad it turned out well. But yeah, like with you guys, I did not try this drink before, and I was glad that it turned out good.
No, you did awesome.
That's always fun though, is when you don't try it beforehand.
Yeah, and I think it gives a real honest opinion about how the drink is in the moment.
Yes, and because you did round table middle fingers.
And you can't be biased that way too from trying it.
Yeah, because it's right off the gate.
I go be like, oh, here you guys go.
You don't even know it's gonna be amazing.
Well, plus like it doesn't give you a chance to tweak it to perfect it, which I think is also fun. So it's yeah.
It is. I like it gives it that additional element of surprise, which makes it that much more fun. But I have to admit, like this is really good. And it's super pretty. The color, I kind of want to dye my hair. This color
ours is darker. Yours is really bright.
Sammy's is a very like lighter teal.
That's because it doesn't have the dark rum in it. Yeah. Which is fine because it's delicious.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get into this.
So to start things off, I'd like to go ahead and play our first clip of the evening day. Sure, evening day. Whatever this is, and I don't even know because apparently I'm halfway through this drink and I can't remember what part of the day it is.
All right, here it is.
Daylight saving time really fucks with everybody.
It does.
Thebes, city of the living, crown jewel of Pharaoh Seti I, home of Imhotep, Pharaoh's high priest, keeper of the dead, birthplace of Anaxunamun, Pharaoh's mistress. No other man was allowed to touch her.
Oh shit, there it says right there. I was not paying attention.
Hello.
You were distracted by the body paint and the nipple petals.
No, I was distracted because Ron's like, she's wearing pasties.
Oh my gosh.
He literally is yelling at us as we're watching this with ENS, by the way.
Yeah, we watched it with the boys too.
Very promptly prompted the question, what's a pasty, Dad?
For their love,
Nip
they were
cover.
willing to risk life itself.
Could you imagine having to sit in a makeup chair for that paint?
Dude. I'm curious how long it took.
Yeah.
You just appreciate that sound of music. Oh,
It's
love
so
it.
pretty. I mean, you can't go wrong with Goldsmith.
Okay.
Oh,
I guess that was
the
the end of it. Okay.
That was the end of it. And we're done.
So, thanks for listening, guys.
It's been another episode of Barrel Age Chicks.
On that note, however, let's go to break.
Hello, listeners, and welcome to Quad Pro Quo. Right now, you are probably thinking to yourself, oh great, another movie podcast. Well, dear listener, you would be right. But throw in a couple of marriages, decades-long friendships, and a shared property line, and you have just another movie podcast with a shitload of drama. Inspired by the iconic quid pro quo scene in Silence of the Lambs, each week, one of us will pick a movie. It could be a childhood favorite, a classic film noir, an Academy Award winner, or a complete dumpster fire that brings joy to that person's heart. The selector's objective? To get us to love, or at the very least, not hate their pick. Will our marriages, our friendships, and our neighborhood survive? Find out each Thursday on Quad Pro Quo.
Did that seem like a really quick break to you guys? Because it did for me too.
Man,
just enough time to pee really quick in my chair.
I've never peed so
And grab
fast.
some Coffee Brothers coffee. Because start your day the awesome way
Luckily,
with
I'm
Coffee
wearing your
Brothers.
pants and not mine.
Don't pee in my pants.
Yes. Just a little backstory.
Too late.
May have eaten a little bit of dirt on the way here.
Yes, poor Snow got out of
My
cards.
ass ate dirt.
Yeah.
It's still in there. My poor thong is wet. King shit.
Oh.
Stupid wet grass, muddy driveway thing.
Damn you for raining for a day.
Thank you for the Band-Aid. It's sunny today. It's nice. It's pretty.
now it's nice.
Sky's out.
Just covered in mud.
Sky's out because it goes away.
The sky's out.
Yeah, the sky's out.
Guys out.
Well, it went out
Sky's
a little
out,
bit.
guys out. Mrr.
Went out a little bit during this movie, during one of the plagues.
So, to start off, I just have to tell you, and maybe I'll show you guys this after we're done doing this. But as I was finishing up looking up all my research and stuff about the movie, I ran across something on YouTube called Cinema Sins. And it's Everything Wrong with the Mummy is the title.
Oh, that's
all right.
This guy basically takes clips from the movie and debunks a lot of the things that they do through the movie, and it is absolutely hilarious. I was crying laughing through the whole thing.
Really?
It was great. So please check it out.
And what is that
I'm not
again?
promoting it for any monetary reasons,
but you got joy out of it.
Oh yeah,
we like that.
It was so funny.
Cinema Sins?
Cinema Sins on YouTube, and it's called Everything Wrong with, and then
The
Mummy.
whatever the movie
Whatever
is.
the movie
They have
is.
several different.
Oh,
ones
that is
from
fun.
Disney. Yeah.
I just looked up how long her makeup took.
Yeah.
Oh, which one?
Take a
Knox
guess.
to the Moon?
Yeah.
9 hours.
Ooh.
Take a guess.
Jeez. I mean, thankfully she had a short scene with that. 12?
13. 13 hours to paint her.
I mean, you better be down.
She had the metallic gold base, and then
Yeah.
all of the
marquee.
vertical, all of the straight lines.
Wow.
I wonder how many
13
shots
What was,
they
the,
had.
what was the actress that plays in Knox Cinema?
Patricia Velasquez.
You know
yeah,
what, Patricia?
good job.
Good on you. That deserves a...
Oh,
that
wait,
is
13.
a lot of commitment to a role that's maybe on screen for 10 minutes.
See, people are lying because then this one is like 13 hours.
Oh, no.
Is how much it took. And then this other one is like 4. I'm like, okay, make up
think-
there's a big fucking discrepancy there.
Should we take the average?
We're going to say 7 hours. We're going to say it took 7 hours
Hey, I was
of
pretty
body
close.
paint.
I was pretty close with 9.
Still, I hope they were able to
Fucking
get that
shit.
in
That's
one or two
still
shots.
a long time. Even
Yeah.
if you shaved off to 7 hours, that's still a long time to sit in a chair. The Grinch took, 8 hours? the
Yeah.
first time.
It was her
and they
whole
got the
body.
Grinch down to 4.
You know,
Yeah.
at some point at that time, she couldn't sit down because,
Yeah.
that got her butt.
Yeah,
I mean,
they got the
she's-
whole enchilada.
So you had to stand there for how long?
Yeah.
How long?
Yeah.
Thankfully, that was probably the last part they got.
Girl has
I'm reading an
quads for
interview
days.
that she did. So I'm just gonna sit here and read it, and that she did, so she can say how long it was.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, please.
All right,
straight
let's
from the
see.
horse's mouth. Not to saying
Yeah.
she's a horse at all. She's very beautiful.
She is. She's super
Poor
pretty.
thing.
She's the most beautiful horse I've ever seen.
There are some pretty horses.
There are. Not to down
Oh, she's talking about her training that her and Rachel Weisz did for the second movie.
for the return.
I
Oh,
do
yeah.
like
7
that
to 8
scene.
hours a day of training for 3 months
Dang.
for
Get it, girl.
for all of that stuff.
I really did like how they in the Mummy Returns kind of had the Rachel Weisz's
That
character had
rivalry.
and have her backstory kind of
Be
pulled into it.
Nefertiti.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
really cool.
I did like the second movie.
Yeah.
I do.
I love the second movie. I think
Just the CGI.
I think it came out great. It's just the Scorpion King CGI is stupid.
Yeah.
That's okay.
But the movie itself was really fun.
Just close my eyes when that happens. It's
Yeah.
fine. Just listen to it.
Just squish him like the bug he is.
Yeah.
That is. So do we have an
I'm gonna keep skimming
Okay,
through
all
while
right,
while you guys talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna see if I can find it from her mouth how long it actually took, because it's interesting.
How are you doing? Good.
What? You should try Coffee Brothers coffee.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
Use the code BAC10.
That's right. And you get 10% off your first order.
What is it again?
Coffee Brothers coffee. Start your day the awesome way.
Oh, nice. Yes, I will. I like starting off awesome. Who
You do-
wouldn't?
Exactly. Start your day with a cup of awesome.
I mean, I just keep my awesome in the morning and just kind of work on it. Throughout
That's what
the
you
day.
do. You just got to keep a slow burn of it all day.
Yep. And I need that cup of awesome some days more than others. Yeah.
And the end is awesome.
So fun little facts ish. So what was the name of the pharaoh? I forgot already.
Seti.
Seti the first. So he was actually a real pharaoh, but he wasn't alive the same time as Imhotep.
Okay.
So Imhotep had already been dead for about 1,300 years.
Oh, just a couple.
Just a couple. When Seti the first was pharaoh. And it's funny because Imhotep was actually a well-known person, and he was like an architect. He helped do some medical things as well. So he was
Cool.
actually a very positive person for Egypt.
Yeah.
As opposed to what they've kind of
a necromancer, evil.
Yeah.
Shady
Yeah.
priest.
And apparently Anck-su-namun was also a real person, but I think she was also not in the same timeline. So there's a lot of timeline
Interesting.
issues, but I mean, really, you're just taking the movie for what it is. You're not really trying to dive deep into the history and pull everything out.
But it
and
is cool.
Just enjoy it.
It is cool.
So in the beginning when very hot man, what's his name?
Oded Fair.
Thank you very much.
I got you.
Yes.
I got you.
So it pans into.
Speaking of I got you, hit me up at Oded Fair at Oded Fair. You're hot.
In case you're listening to our podcast, we'd love to hear from
And I'm smushy.
you. I even watched.
I don't know. I'm fucking drunk. Thanks. No,
You're
we're
welcome anytime. I'm here to please.
Okie
Yes. So after all that intro and it goes through all what Imhotep and Anck-su-namun, it pans out to the city of the dead, which is Hamunaptra, where there's a battle going on and it's been happening for centuries, blah, 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 blah. And why did I forget? O'Connell is leading an army.
Yes.
The French Foreign Legion.
Yes, thank you. For some reason, there's an American leading them because the other guy ran away.
Well, no. A lot of people could join the French Foreign Legion. It wasn't just
French.
You're only French. Well, yeah. I mean, his friend Benny there was
clearly not French.
Definitely not French.
Yeah. Oh, I can't stand Benny. So annoying.
Is it his whiny voice?
It's his whole. He's the embodiment
weasel.
of a rat. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
just ugh, and he's the way he rolls his eyes. I'm like, oh god, there's just something about him. I want to beat him with a stick.
I mean,
I just can't. Yes. I can't with that guy. He annoys me so much. Hey, it's my buddy Benny. I'm like, beat him up, buddy Benny. beat him up.
I think it's so cool, though. I mean, if you think about it, almost every stereotypical character is portrayed in this movie. You've got the sleazy guy. You've got the hero action figure.
It hits all the tropes.
The comedic relief. The
librarian
romantic
heroine.
librarian. I mean,
Who's hot
the
as
sexy,
shit, by the way.
the
So
sexy
pretty.
magi. I mean, honestly, even the mummy guy was pretty hot. I mean, I
even
won't take it away
was
from
not
him.
bad looking dude.
I feel like it hit all those marks. And I think it's one of the reasons why I really like this movie is that it really wasn't just a romance action, but it also had the comedy quips in there.
It has a little bit of everything.
Yes. And what was funny is that I watched an interview that Brendan Fraser did later on. He's like, it's funny, like I don't even know why they see me as like a comic. Like I don't think I myself as funny. And I'm thinking, dude, like for not thinking yourself as funny, you're in a lot of comedies.
Yeah, and you're funny.
Yeah,
like
and he is very funny.
You are charismatic, and it translates well, and it's funny.
He just sees it as he is told to do a job, and he puts everything into it. And if that job is telling him to be funny or be quippy or, swashbuckling or whatever, like he goes full throttle. And I really love that about his character. He's fully into it when he's there. He's such a great and attractive.
No, and he's hot, and he's tall. I didn't realize how tall he was.
Brendan
He's
Fraser?
6'3".
Brendan Fraser 6'3"?
He is 6'3". Because I was, as Yen was saying all these cool things. That's one thing I actually Ron noticed as we were watching. He's like, he's really tall.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I
was like, no, like he just, I'm thinking he's maybe like 6'1" or something.
Yeah.
So no, like he's 6'3".
How tall is Rachel?
I don't know. Let's
Got
find
it
out.
for me, yeah.
Let me find out. Look it up.
What's funny is that Oded Fair had an interview with Brendan, and Oded is fair as
She is 5'6".
Wow. See, it didn't seem like that big of a difference between. It's almost a whole foot.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. Anyway, so yeah, Oded did an interview with Brendan, and they were talking about like Oded had to wear heels and to match the height of Brendan because he couldn't be like a Stark. That's not even a word. I can't.
It is now.
It is now.
Call Oxford.
Yep, Stark.
You Starky son of a.
There's a stark difference. There's a stark difference between their heights, so they had to bump him up a little bit. It was very funny.
That is interesting.
Yeah. Also, Oded also did not like riding horses.
Really?
Didn't know how to ride a horse.
Oh, that's funny.
But he learned for the return.
Nice.
Yeah, because he was like, I don't want a stunt guy like riding my horse for me. I must learn. Rah. So, yes. Oh my gosh. Let's see.
That's what the mummy did when it came to life.
Oh yeah.
Well, I could
Fill in the holes.
I could pose a question. What is your favorite Brendan Fraser movie?
The Mummy.
Okay.
Yeah, I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
I just think it's really fun overall. And he's very likable as this character, like super likable.
He does.
Yeah.
He O'Connell is one of those iconic.
He's charming and sexy and like quirky and also kind of boy next door as well as being like the action hero. It's a very interesting mix because like when she passes out in his lap and he's like, it's like, oh, that's like the geeky guy thing to do. It was kind of cute, like he kind of hits all of the tropes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think that's good.
Yeah.
What about you, Yen? Is it also Mummy?
I think so.
Okay.
I think I saw him in Encino Man and I saw him in George of the Jungle. And those were okay. But I think
it's not Dudley Do Right.
Oh boy.
I actually didn't mind Dudley Do Right. I thought it was funny.
If I had a female penis, that would be up right now. No.
Yeah. Chick boner. Chick boner. It's called your clitoris. Maybe tiny, but it's mighty.
It is so erect.
The boys are done. The boys are done.
My teeny tiny penis. Female penis. No. No.
I'm sure anybody with a micropene will say it counts. It fucking counts.
It's there. You just gotta squint a little.
Tiny peens matter too. Hashtag
Tiny
I
peens.
said it.
Hashtag tiny peens.
All peens matter.
All peens matter.
Oh my
Put that on a flag and fly it.
Oh, goodness. Oh, I can't. You guys are killing me.
I don't want to see what's on that flag. I really don't.
It's probably on the wheel.
It is probably on the wheel.
You won't be able to see it.
Bro
'cause-
saw yesterday. He goes, "What's that supposed to be?" I said, "It's a caterpillar." And I turned it away. A hairy caterpillar, and I turned it away.
Wow.
Like, go away! Don't look at the wheel of fuckery.
Yeah, please don't.
It's fine. Yeah, somebody has to eat
The
a
nice
caterpillar.
thing is he couldn't identify it, which is good.
That is good.
I'm glad about that.
One day.
Very soon.
No, but I will also have to go with The Mummy for my favorite.
Yeah.
I think Snow knocked it out of the park. Like, it's such a good character. When I think of Brendan Fraser,
It's well rounded.
It's
Fraser,
a very
right?
well-rounded.
Is it Fraser or Fraser?
Well, it's Fraser.
I think it's Fraser.
Fraser?
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's ask him. Brendan.
Yes.
Can you hit us
my
up
God.
at
Let us
BAC
know.
on Instagram and let us know how to pronounce your name? You can even give us a call.
We'd love it.
I'll give you Sammy's phone number.
Brendan.
That is totally fine with me.
I just
You can we'll connect. It'll be fine.
Okay, her phone number is.
you know how to find us. Your people can call our
You
people.
DM me at Sammy at Barrel Age Chicks.
I mean, yeah.
But yes, no, he's again, when I think of Fraser, Brendan Fraser.
This is his first name. He wrote first name basis.
Yeah, Brendan.
I mean, awesome.
When I think about Brendan,
I don't think he'd
I
mind.
do envision O'Connell. Like, that's
Yeah.
the character that comes straight to my brain.
Right. Yeah.
And because he is that sweet, good guy, action, sexy, like
he hit all the buttons.
he hit all the buttons in the right way. Yes, he did. If we were combo locked, we'd be unlocked.
Well, like he's protective and he's masculine, but
Yes.
he's also relatable.
And he's not afraid to
And
show
he's
that he's
not,
scared,
like,
which is awesome.
super sexy. He's very like real man looking.
Yes.
You know, like
Yes.
like I've seen that guy.
Yes.
Well, I wouldn't mind seeing that guy. That guy.
I just
DM
want.
barrel aged.
I just want to.
I don't know. I'm just kidding.
I just want him to
am.
hug me. Can we just? I just want to hug.
I think he'd be a
Brendan.
good hugger.
I just want to hug. Can I have a hug?
We could do. You know what you could do?
He's
We could
almost literally a foot taller than me.
We could turn him into a pillow.
Hey!
Yes.
I know what we should do for White Rhino.
No. I already know what I'm getting you for Christmas. I gotta get you a pillow to match your blanket.
Oh, yes.
You don't think your husband would mind, would
Henry
he?
Cavill pillow.
I don't know.
Does he mind the blanket and the t-shirt and the cup?
So,
I wouldn't say no to a Tom Hardy pillow. I'm just saying.
I have finally gotten to a point where I feel comfortable having the blanket around me in the living room with my husband. I have not whipped out this shirt quite yet because my fear is my kids are going to start asking questions. But sometimes I do wear it to bed if he's already asleep. I'll just throw it on
Just to be comfortable.
Just to be there.
Really
that you have to like closet wear your Henry Cavill stuff.
It's like, girl,
Time to
I'm a
whip
Henry
it out.
Cavill fan.
I'm gonna
but
find
in the
so many.
closet.
If I get you again for Secret Santa next year, I'm gonna have so much fun. Is all I'm
my
saying.
gosh.
I'm gonna have so much fun because this was really fun.
Get her a sleep mask with his face on it.
Except the face is on the inside of the sleep mask, so when you're
and if-
looking right at it,
I mean,
when
if,
your eyes are closed,
there was
get
a-
her just like one of those slip and slide things, so like she could just be like, okay, click next
Yes.
to me.
Yes. There was
The little,
a,
what are they called?
Viewfinders.
Yes, the viewfinders with the little slides.
there was a clip once that just side note, sorry to get off the topic, but there was a clip where he is reading part of the Witcher book.
Oh yeah.
And I just wanted to listen to his voice all day long. So if you find something where he's talking to me to sleep, I will 100% have that on while I have my shirt on, the blanket on top of me.
Challenge accepted.
Here's Henry Cavill just reading a random menu. You're welcome.
What would you like for breakfast?
Oxford English Dictionary. Tell me about the aardvarks.
Would you like? I will learn anything from your voice, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ant hills.
I don't know why. Because you went aardvark, my brain immediately went
Aardvark.
to Dave. Creepy Dave.
Oh, I was like,
No, Creepy Dave.
yeah.
Who's creepy Dave?
Creepy Dave. When we hit our next break, I'll show you some Creepy Dave. Creepy Dave is fantastic.
Oh, he's great.
By the way, the rum definitely hit the bottom.
Oh, did it?
Oh, that drink.
Yeah, I'm getting closer to it.
It's okay. It's still fine. So the ratings.
Yes.
So on IMDb, it got 7.1 out of 10.
All right.
Rotten Tomatoes gave it 61%, which I felt like it probably could have gone a little
I mean,
higher.
that's still
ripe.
over 50.
Yeah, it's still ripe. Because I think on Rotten, it's 55 and older is right over.
I don't know. I've never appreciated the Rotten
really?
Tomato. No, I don't. I don't. I'm not big on other people's judgment for my things.
I think for me, it's what I've always referenced, and I've referenced it even when I was in high school.
Yeah.
So like, it just kind of grew with me as far as my like.
I don't even know when Rotten Tomatoes became a thing.
I mean, it was at least when I was through college.
I don't know. Like whenever it did, I was like, I don't know what a tomato is. I don't know. I don't know. Why do you want a Rotten Tomato? I don't know.
Well, I mean,
it's her drink. Shut up.
Funny.
Stop judging me.
In the past, people threw tomatoes at people.
I don't know what a tomato is.
That makes sense.
That's gonna be a new T-shirt. I don't know what a tomato is.
No, I
hashtag barrel-aged chicks.
Yeah.
I'm making it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Those will be for sale. DM me if you want one.
There you go. Whore. All right.
It's funny.
It's fine. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's too much.
All right. So from a couple of different things, it looks like it was maybe closer to 4 hours. But again, I don't know because I can't find exactly what she said.
Oh, the makeup. I was like, I don't think it was 4 hours long. I think it was only like a couple.
It was the extended
Okay.
cut.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That is a long time for makeup though. And you know what? Good on her because that is commitment to a role.
Yeah. Well, apparently the body paint made her sick. So in the second movie,
really?
she's in a bodysuit for some.
Wow.
I guess not. I don't know if it's all of it or some of it, but she was in a bodysuit in the second film because
metallic.
Yeah. I don't know. It made her sick, and she was only in the film for like what?
That's
couple
what I'm
of
saying.
minutes.
It's a long time to stand
But
for like
however
10
long that
minutes.
took to
10
film-
minutes of screen time.
Yeah. However long it took to film those scenes.
Yeah. True.
You know. But yeah,
geez.
she was 29. She looked good.
Yeah, she did.
She looked I thought she was younger. Yeah, I thought she was younger.
Good on her.
The
Mummy
movie line. Oh yeah. So battle. He doesn't know he's in the. I guess. Well, he knew he was in the City of the Dead.
They were there looking for treasure.
He was there. He
says that they were there looking for treasure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So then
none of them knew that it was haunted.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they were looking for the Book of Ra because he knew it was made of gold.
all
the things.
He says he knows he's treasure, but they were there because they knew that it was where the treasure of Egypt
was.
Yeah.
That's right.
The
Yeah,
most treasure,
That's
yeah.
right.
He said that's what they went looking for. They abandoned their orders. They left their troops to go and hunt.
Treasure.
Without orders, march across Libya, whatever.
Yeah.
So where was Imhotep buried? Underneath the statue of
Anubis.
So Rick goes under the statue or in front of the statue of Anubis, and all the people are trying to shoot at him, and all of a sudden, like
the horses get spooked.
The horses
They're
freak
gone.
out. Yep.
And then the sand starts shaping into Imhotep's face, and then Rick runs away with the Magi people on the top of the mountain, just staring at him, watching him run away. It's like, well, we'll let just the desert take care of him.
Yeah.
Because that's going to happen.
Yeah.
So then we pan out to Rachel, who is a librarian. However, she ends up destroying her library.
Oh my gosh, that cracked me up so much, though.
You know what? I think I don't know. I think it was Eric. He goes, "Why would they put them like that?
Yes, yes.
Why would they stack the shelves like that so it's possible for it to happen?"
Oh my god! So thankfully they got that in one take because they said if they would have had to reset that whole scene,
could you imagine how mad they would have been?
It would have taken the whole day.
Oh
yeah.
There's a lot on those shelves.
But like it's every kid's dream, right? To stack up something and watch it
just
kind of
domino.
Yes.
That's literally ease like dominoes. I was like, yep, that's exactly it, kid.
Oh my gosh.
That's cool.
The
though,
kids
that
were
they
like,
got it in one
"That's
scene or one take.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
I was trying to think of if I was her on that ladder.
go down, move the ladder, then go up and put the book.
I mean, yes, of course, that would be the right.
Instead of leaning and then
and
doing some
almost
circus
dying.
tricks.
Yeah.
But say you did have that lapse of judgment and you did not go down the ladder and you ended up
knocking the whole thing over.
Just like being on the ladder and you're like using it as stilts that time. Is there a way out of that would have made that less devastating to the whole library?
You tweak it forward and then you fall straight forward down the middle of the aisle.
You hurt yourself.
You hurt yourself
a lot. But the library's fine.
But you still have a job. Like, she should have been fired.
He's
just like, clean it up. Okay, I'll lift this bookshelf all on my own. I got this.
I mean, I
the
just want to know
12-foot bookshelves. I'm just going to push them straight up there.
They're made of freaking mahogany.
How did her tiny little ass knock that shit over?
What happened to that
She
library?
weighs 100 pounds. She's like
she came
Crystal.
in like a wrecking ball.
Yeah. She had Miley Cyrus in her head. She was like, I hate my boyfriend. Boom. Fuck this job.
Oh my gosh. And so like after all of that, she hears a noise. And then apparently another part of the library is her brother hiding in a sarcophagus with a mummy. And I'm just thinking, how is it that he's just like chilling out in there after he heard all the commotion that just happened in the other room with all the...
Well, he was drunk, clearly.
Was he drunk?
Yes.
He's always drunk.
Well, I know when he leaned forward on the edge of that, he definitely like hit something that probably hurt. Ow. Oops. His mini penis.
He's flying that flag by himself in his backyard.
So that's when we find out that he swiped the key from Rick, which inside of the key had a map to Hominoptera.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, you can tell, like, if you've watched this movie more than once, you know that the guy that owns the library...
Yeah, he's in on it.
Is in on it, yeah. He's one of the protectors. Because, he clearly is holding up to the candle, like, let me see if I can catch this on fire.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, it's for the best that it burned.
Yeah, he's so like, 3,000-year-old artifact. Wah, wah, wah.
I know.
Look at me.
Nice timing.
Yeah.
Good job. So since the map is ruined, they figure they'll just go to the source, go into Rick.
Yeah.
He's in the jail.
Yeah.
I love some of the things that you'll see on that CinemaSins clip is that, okay, so this really tight-knit, secure prison allows visitors to get close enough to be punched in the face or be like sexually molested or sexually molest other people. I mean, he punched the brother in the face, then he kisses Evie's character, which is really funny. But to kind of tie all that into it, the one really interesting fact about this movie is that during the hanging scene, which I think I have a clip of.
Yes,
so let's go ahead and do the clip and I'll talk about it after.
All right, here it is.
Yeah.
I will give you £100 to save this man's life.
Madame, I would pay £100 just to see him hang.
£200.
Proceed.
£300.
Any last requests, pig?
Yeah, loosen the knot and let me go.
Yeah, man. Of course we don't let him go.
£500.
Dabby dabby do.
And what else?
Yes. I'm a very
lonely man.
Smack.
His neck did not break.
Yay!
Hey, he might make
now
it.
We must watch him strangled to death.
It sounds like he says, watch him die.
You lie.
I would never.
Are you telling me this filthy, godless son of a pig knows where to find the city of the dead?
Yes.
Truly?
Yes. And if you cut him down...
Why is he always yelling?
That's his voice.
He doesn't have like any other volume except
20.
yell.
40.
30.
25.
So stupid.
Cut him down.
So So a little fact about that scene is that Brendan really wanted, like I said, he's a very like into the moment actor.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to make it look as real as possible. The first time he did it, the director was not happy. He was like, it doesn't look
real enough. It doesn't look like you're really choking.
Yeah. So he
method act, bitch.
Right.
No.
I'll force you into it. So he instructed them to do the
do it again.
The noose tighter.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yes. So and then Brendan in his acting ways was like, okay, I'm going to take several deep breaths before this happens so I can work on making the veins pop out in my face, my face turn blue. Like I wanted the whole...
Yeah, make it look real.
Yeah. So, but whenever he was hanging there, like he wanted to be in the scene, he didn't have quite a good foothold on what was underneath of him.
Oh, no.
So he actually did get
choked.
hung,
Yeah.
choked out. So, so he passed out. Yeah. EMS had to revive him.
Yeah. He almost died.
But what was interesting about it, and which I kind of like was not a big fan of, was the reaction from the director. Yeah. It wasn't even
Do
like
it again.
Oh my gosh, are you okay?
No.
that was maybe that was a little like nothing like that. No.
What was it?
We had a stunt guy walk by and be like, "Hey, welcome to the club," and then the director was did not give two shits about what just happened.
Basically, the stunt guy was like, "Welcome to the club." Same thing happened to Mel Gibson in Braveheart, and then the director, he was blaming Brendan Fraser for it. And Brendan Fraser was like, "Well, I guess it's my fault because I was following the instructions of the director." And, but the noose cut off the circulation to his brain, to his carotid.
Yeah.
And he passed out.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Dude.
So that kind of knocked
and
down
then the director's
director
just
a
a
little bit for me.
complete
Yeah.
asshat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I mean, I am not familiar with a whole lot of Stephen Sommers movies.
This is Stephen Sommers' actual quote. He tightens the noose, and then as we're about to get the shot, he's trying to make it look like he's really strangling him. I guess it cut off his carotid artery or whatever and knocked him out.
Yeah, I think he was.
And
trying
then
to
Brendan
say
Fraser said Stephen needed to sell that Rick was actually choking. So technically, yes, it was my fault that I was following the direction from my director to sell it.
Oh my gosh.
So apparently they don't.
No, I don't blame them.
But it was interesting.
I mean, he almost died.
Yeah.
So I can't
how
say
did
I
he
blame him.
agree to do another film with him?
Did Stephen Sommers do the second one?
Yeah.
No, probably because there was no
Money.
hanging.
I guess not. I mean, he probably put that,
was
in
in
his
the contract.
Yeah.
No hanging.
noose.
There's no ropes
No
involved.
death things with you.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
No, I pissed me
Jeez. No, that's shitty.
Yeah.
That is a crappy way to be, man.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't blame that. I have to admit, definitely don't have less respect for the director.
Be
for
more
sure.
of a dick.
Ugh. No good.
Yeah, I think they were trying to say
He
that
deserves that
Brendan
flag
was
for a different
being a
reason.
little-
I bet he's got a micropene.
Probably.
Hashtag Stephen Sommers. Sorry. Not sorry.
What are you doing over there? Looks like you're buffing the table with your glass.
I'm mixing.
Oh.
So it's
Yeah.
lots of flavor.
You have like an inch of fluid. I
Not
don't think
left.
there's
No,
not much
that
mixing
is-
left to do.
You're as good as measuring as I am. That is definitely not an inch. That's like a centimeter.
All right, sorry. I was giving you the benefit of the doubt. It's a centimeter of fluid. I don't think mixing is going to fix it.
It will. Because when it settles on the bottom, mixy.
It's going to be all in one drink anyway. Mix it.
Sorry.
Mix it.
Done.
Beautiful.
Delicious. Next.
Oh my gosh. Oh, so.
Can I have a chupacabra?
What's a chupacabra? Oh, is
Thank
it a
you.
drink?
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
Sorry. Mix it.
I watch too much Tiki Takis. Anybody who's on the Tiki Takis will know exactly who I'm talking about, and you're good. Hey, listeners, let me tell you about a friend of ours from Coffee Bros. They source seasonal, award-winning, and specialty coffees focusing on high-scoring and high-quality blends, espresso roasts, and single-origin coffees.
Experience complex taste notes from fragrant and aromatic to bold and rich. It's yummy.
Coffee Bros are a two-person brother team, hence the name. They roast all their coffee in small batches out of their New York City roastery.
Start your day the awesome way with Coffee Bros Coffee. Not to mention, if you drop the BAC10 code, you will save 10% on your purchases. Enjoy coffee, bros. And we're back.
Whee! Great break, everybody.
I don't remember where we left off.
I don't know, but I had really good chips.
They were, so addicting. So good.
I'm enjoying another one of my drinks.
Yeah,
It's
I know.
super good. It's almost gone.
I may have made another one too. Oopsie, sorry.
This is called The Resurrection.
Yeah.
Check it out. It is amazeballs.
Yeah, I bounced around between. There's a mummy drink that is usually seen during Halloween time. It's basically a White Russian.
Yeah,
but I didn't want to be like, here's a White Russian. And it's something we probably all have had. And there's really nothing super fancy about it.
Milk and vodka. Let's go.
Yeah. So
had it back when I did drink.
This was something that I felt like we may not have had a combination of.
Well, I think Resurrection. It's because the mummy. He's only like mummy, like the way you think of it, White Russian, like the bandages and stuff for a very short time in the film. But the movie is about him resurrecting his love. So I think Resurrection works a lot better.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. Nicely done.
Oh yeah. So we were on the timeline, right? So okay, he goes in the Sahara Desert. They found him in the jail. Blah 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 blah. Now they are.
We had talked about the thing about the director being a jerk about hanging.
Yes.
Yeah, we played the clip about how he actually passed out during the hanging.
Right.
Which was bananas, and I did not know that happened to Mel Gibson on Braveheart.
Apparently,
that's crazy.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Stop hanging actors. It's not nice.
Really? I mean,
that's what stunt people are there for.
We don't.
I know, Tom Cruise. I know you want to do all your fucking own stunts, but
you learn how to fly
these
jet.
people, you're taking jobs away from people who do this for a living.
He went off the cliff on a motorcycle. Did you know he rode off the cliff on a motorcycle? Do you know he runs in every movie?
Yeah,
every movie.
Do you realize that people get paid to do this?
He's running on a train.
Support our economy and help these people pay their mortgage by letting them do the fucking work.
Yeah.
You just be the face. I'm sorry.
Did you know that actually for the original, the 1999 version of The Mummy, not the 2017. Blech. I haven't even watched it, but I don't really want to. Don't want to waste my time.
The Tom Cruise version? It's not good.
That's what I've heard.
It was okay.
The effects are cool, but the story was shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was. If I had to rate it, because we're not going to do it for the show, I'd give it like a 2. It was like,
Yeah.
The plane crash was cool. Like, that was the coolest thing about it is Tom going in a plane crash in the crypt.
He's dead.
You just wish that the outcome was different.
He survived.
Dang. Wow.
But they
must have used a stunt guy.
I like to be in my own plane crashes, please.
Hashtag stunt people's lives matter.
So they had actually originally considered Tom Cruise for the part of Rick.
Oh, did they?
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad they did
Along
not.
with Brad Pitt, Ben Affleck. I mean, like all these high people that they wanted to do. And then they had all declined.
I think Ben Affleck could have done it because he has that charming kind of boy next door thing. I think Brad Pitt is too pretty. I don't think Brad Pitt would have been able to pull off the like geeky part that Brendan Fraser was able to pull off.
He would.
But I think that Ben Affleck could have done it.
I don't know because he's kind of geek-esque in Lost City. Like the way that Brad Pitt is. Yeah, like like he's got like a goofiness about him.
There's nothing geeky about him. He is charming, he's hot and sexy.
Okay, maybe
but he's not geeky.
No, you're right.
That would be Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
Channing Tatum could have done it, but I think you're too young.
Yeah, probably. I don't even think it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, so they.
You're right. I'm getting confused.
They decided to go with Brendan due to his success with George of the Jungle.
Yeah. I like George of the Jungle. It's funny.
George of the Jungle. I don't know the words.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Strong as he can be.
And then the
watch out for that tree.
Watch out for that tree.
I did that in your driveway today.
Oh, watch out for the mud.
Oh man. No, I enjoyed George of the Jungle. That one was fun. So
and apparently Rachel had interviewed multiple times for the part of Evelyn.
Okay.
And I guess finally got it.
Who else was up for it? Do you know?
No, I didn't. I didn't see that
She
part.
nailed it. I think she did great. I don't know. I don't honestly know that I saw her. I can't remember anything she did before this. I'm sure she did.
I was gonna say.
But this is like her.
This is what I
her inaugural role for
yeah.
me. Like I think this was my first big introduction
this
to
is
her, and
what
she's
I
just,
think of with her.
She's adorable and relatable and fucking gorgeous.
Yeah,
and
sweet.
Yeah,
and witty,
quirky.
Yeah,
yeah. She was so like drunk little librarian,
nerdy,
yeah,
nerdy, cute. nerdy chick cute. Yeah. Like
she was so cute. She was so proud that her dad married her mom because she was Egyptian.
Yeah.
That's the reason.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was so
what quality
cute.
He had a really
Egyptian?
high bar.
I do love
I
that.
just
She's
needed
like,
Egyptian.
take that, Westland scholars.
Benbridge scholars.
Benbridge.
Yeah.
Benbridge. Yeah. Oh, but it's super cute. Super fun.
She's so fun. I like her. I really liked her in Constantine.
Oh,
she was so good in that.
I forgot she was in that.
Yeah.
I had to rewatch that movie. It's a good movie.
Good one.
Arnold Vosloo.
Yes.
Imhotep. Got it in one audition.
What did he do in the audition that like nailed it for him?
So his
shaved.
His version of trying to make it like where everybody kind of felt bad for Imhotep because he's lost the love of his life. He kind of spun on that version.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Quite a bit, and that's what kind of got him the part.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Get and enforce the warden from the fucking jail because he
the one that's always screaming.
He wants his 25%.
Yeah, exactly. He's not let that go. They board a boat to
protecting my investment.
Get to where they need to go. And then on the boat they find another American group led by his buddy Benny.
Ugh, Benny. Eat it with a stick.
Who are also looking for
Hominoptera,
and all the gold and everything. So when they on a boat, they get attacked by, I think it's the Magi.
It is the Magi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. To like, they want the map, they want the key, all the things to keep this city hidden.
If nothing else, they keep the key. They can't get to him.
Yeah.
They can't open the skulls. They can't open the sarcophagus.
They can't unlock him.
Why on earth is there one key that opens
all
everything?
Of the things?
Like, could they not have been a little bit more creative and be like, well,
we need this key for this one.
Well, and that's the thing is they make it look like that because there's that gold box that Benny finds when he goes through the treasure. And it looks very similar, like it's a key.
That was just an oval little jewelry box.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
It has like
I
a
was
little
thinking maybe it
like nubbin at the top.
I don't know. Maybe it like pushed down the
for
button
me, I
and
was
it
like,
popped
no,
out.
like I saw that on my grandma's bureau.
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
like a little, just like a little box.
All right, maybe I obviously read too much into it.
Yeah.
See, I've read too much into certain sections and then completely
It didn't
missed
look
other
like a
things.
puzzle box. But yeah, it is funny that the key that unlocks the crate that's holding the sarcophagus is also the key that opens the sarcophagus. Like, if you really want him that protected, you're going to have a double key, 2-factor authentication system to fucking get into the fucking thing. Like,
I'm gonna need your
like you're gonna
fingerprints
use this
and the
one,
key.
and then we're gonna call you and text you with the code to open the next one.
What's the passcode?
You just see him tripping out hieroglyphics.
Yeah.
Put those in.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, it doesn't make sense, is all I'm saying. You're correct.
Yeah. So on the big battle on the ship, it bursts into fire. Everybody just decides they go to swim to the coast, which is one of the most funniest parts, I think, in the beginning of the part of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
O'Connell! Hey! O'Connell! It looks to me like I've got all the horses!
Hey, Benny! Looks to me like you're on the wrong side of the river!
So good.
That's such a teenage girl thing to do.
It's great.
His California Valley Girl came out. But what's really funny about that is when they all reach the thing at the same time. Yeah. And Benny's like, "Hey, nice camel." Bitch is riding a camel too. Yeah. Like, why are you bitching about his camel when you're using a camel?
I mean,
everybody
like, really?
else on your group is riding a horse because they're cowboys.
To
But
talk.
you're riding a fucking camel and you're bitching about his camel.
I love that
My camel's better than your camel.
Well, there was no way that they were ever going to get to Hominoptera first with horses versus camels.
It's like
it
the
doesn't
renter.
work
Yeah.
because horses' hooves dig into the sand where camels have their flat feet.
Exactly.
And they walk like pets.
How is that going to even work?
What was really funny is it really reminded me of like the My Camel's Better Than Your Camel reminded me of the Rent-A-Wreck horses and Men in Tights. Where they had the Rent-A-Wreck right in the back. Like my rental camel or my own camel is better than your rent-a-camel. Like it's so stupid.
Oh my gosh.
That's the only thing that I can get by as far as like nice camel. Like, oh, your camel's a hoopty and my camel's a fucking Ford Raptor. I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense. I don't know. It was funny. It hit me wrong. I don't know.
Or did it hit you right?
Made it hit me right.
It hit you right.
Yep.
So they get to a spot where during the sunrise, Hominoptera is revealed to them, and then they take off for a race because the Americans make a deal. I bet you, was it $500?
500.
Yeah. Whoever makes it to the city first. And lo and behold, the camels beat the horses.
Yes.
In a desert.
The desert animals beat the horses.
More like, where do you find a horse in the Egyptian desert?
Yeah. Which actually,
oh, no, they brought them with them. That's right. They were on the boat. Yeah.
Brendan did say that they actually did ride their own camels.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Ragnar's ride a camel.
Can't ride a horse, but you can ride a camel.
Ragnar, you've ridden a camel?
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What was it like?
So I have heard
it's ball busting.
I have heard that they are dumb animals. Is that correct?
They're dumb?
Yeah.
They're very temperamental.
Wow. And they spit.
There's a lot of attitude in them. Just
Oh,
like llamas.
they got a lot of personality.
They fucking spit.
Yeah.
Spit and bite.
Yeah.
Not nice.
And if you're not prepared, you're going to hurt your groin area getting down.
Oof. Ow.
Even my little micro penis. Anyway, so Evelyn's camel makes it to the city first. They win the money. Yay. So then I think after they set up camp, they kind of branch out. Well, they both go into the city, right? Would it be a city or would it be like a cave?
It's the city of the dead. So
underneath the sand. I don't know.
It's a city of because it wouldn't have been underneath the desert at the time,
Right.
Yeah.
You know, because everything sunk because it got covered by 3,000 years of sand.
Right. Okay.
So because like Anubis' statue was on the ground level when they did it.
Yep.
And then it was
half buried,
like mid torso up. So it
So the Americans and Rick's team find the base of the statue of Anubis, right? First, or they both find it at the same time. Americans decide they are going to take that zone, and while Evelyn's like, let's go below it.
Yeah,
So
she
then
kicks a rock and realizes there's a room underneath it. Yeah.
So it's funny though, like Rick and I don't know if Jonathan was attempting anything, but you also see Evelyn over there with a little trowel, just trying to chisel it. It's like,
she's
what
trying
are
to
you
preserve
doing?
it. Yeah.
Like, honestly, in the hindsight of things, you know something is going to fall from the ceiling. Let's get under it, stab a big stick, and see what our chances are of actually getting something to fall down.
Yeah.
And then while they're playing little golf with rocks, boom, there it goes.
Yeah.
But whenever the Americans open up the box that has
the salt acid,
salt acid. Now, at what point are you like, you know what? Let's open this sarcophagus. I bet it doesn't have any traps inside of it or anything.
It technically didn't.
Yeah, it didn't.
Thank goodness it didn't.
It had scarab skeletons.
Yes.
Yeah. Which was, God, can you imagine though?
But like
That'd be
after,
a terrible
technically,
death.
okay, so here's the thing. 3 of their guys were melted and we're not leaving. Like,
No,
we just got hunted by Magi and got attacked, but we're still just going to stay here and do it
It's
again
a
tomorrow.
Tuesday.
Because you know what?
Melted.
Those are hired hands, so we don't give a shit.
Oh, because the acid. Okay.
Yeah.
The pressurized salt acid.
They're fine.
They're disposable.
We
It's fine.
sent them on their way. They're not
why
useful
not?
anymore.
Because that freaking guy was that hoity-toity, the freaking Egyptologist.
The Egyptologist.
He was such
The British
a
one.
prig.
The
He was
doctor?
just- oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. With the
What?
hat.
Oh, they're with a woman. Ugh. I'm like, you smarmy son of a.
Meh.
He's one of them Bainbridge scholars.
He's such
Yeah.
He's a DC, is what he is. A big old douche canoe. Oh, he was terrible. But he did. He treated them like they're just peons. He's like, oh, let them do it.
Ipsiata! Ipsiata! Close up of his mouth. Ipsiata! Jerk.
Exactly.
Don't spit.
Do that when I'm drinking.
They all get
Not my fault.
their
Don't drink.
comeuppance. Nasty little fellows always get their comeuppance.
But no, and the the sarcophagus for Imhotep didn't have any traps. Didn't have any traps on it. Which I mean, I kind of agree. Like you would think that there would be something because they really don't want you to mess with him.
Yeah.
Like they really don't.
You take all these steps to make sure he's trapped, but you're just gonna lock him in a box.
Yeah.
What was it? Was it the Humdai?
The Hung Dai.
Hung Dai was the curse that they put on him. So, okay, who creates a curse that if they were ever to be brought back to life,
brings the end of the world?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like who is that hurting?
The curse should be, we're just going to curse you to hell for all eternity, not put a caveat in there that's going to kill all of humanity.
Make the bringer of the apocalypse.
It would have been for a very
That's
short
a noteworthy
movie.
footnote.
That was in the fine print. That was in the
Asterisk
Apple
bringer of the
contract.
apocalypse.
that the fine print contract they include in the Apple terms of use agreements.
Exactly, that nobody reads. You're just
yeah. They're like, well, I just don't want to go through this right now. I've got to get to my royal match game.
Fine. It's fine. I'm busy. I need to be on the tiki-takis.
Yes, tiki-takis.
So they end up both teams, the American team and Rick's team, both kind of like fuck up in their own way.
Yeah.
One gets the book and
brings the other unleashes the curse of mankind.
Canopic jars and
what harm can there be in opening a book?
Yeah.
Lots of harm.
Yeah, we found that out in Hocus Pocus.
You killed a lot of people. You killed a lot of people. Yeah. Is all I'm saying, Rachel Weisz.
A lot of people.
Yeah. Evelyn, you need to be smacked because you killed a lot of people. You are responsible for the death and enslavement of thousands of Egyptians.
Details.
Covered in boils.
Gosh, yeah.
Poor Winston died because of you.
He went out in a blaze of glory, though, Winston. He was so cute.
Wait, we'll get to him.
Oh, sorry. She
Don't jump forward.
She brought him up.
I did. That was my fault. Sorry.
Whole baggage.
My bad.
So after one team has found a book and some canopic jars, the other team has found a juicy mummy. They both reach back up to camp. Unfortunately, our buddy the warden found his untimely death by finding a blue gold scarab.
Yeah, where he undulates. That's what it says. When you read it, like, because I have to
He's
watch
in the script.
Well, so when I have to put on subtitles for movies because I'm going deaf. And so it literally wrote in the little parentheses, undulated.
That's funny.
It made me laugh. I thought that was pretty good. Yeah. But yeah, it goes up and it goes up his leg, up his chest, and into his brain.
Yeah.
Yep. And then he runs himself into a wall.
Yep.
They are so sad to see him go.
They learn.
Yeah.
All right.
Again, it's like the melted diggers. They're just like,
expendable. That's fine.
You're not American. You're not British citizen. We don't give a shit.
I do like when they keep putting O'Connell down for being American, and they're like, no offense.
Oh, yeah.
That was stupid Yanks. No offense.
Bloody Americans. No offense.
I think.
And he's just like, it's fine.
On the CinemaSins thing, one of them said, like, the comment was made, "Stupid Americans" or something, and then it pauses and says, "What was it? Racist." Racist comment. I was like, "Oh, that's funny."
That's funny. That's pretty good.
Oh, stupid Americans. So they go through the warden's things after he's died, and they're back up to camp. Finds a broken bottle of
Glenlivet's
12-year, yeah. And I almost thought about bringing that as one of the drinks. I was like, I don't
That's expensive.
Oh, we had some at home.
Oh, really?
Because Garrett,
well, yeah,
Garrett's into the whole whiskey, bourbons, and scotches.
Well,
yeah.
It's funny because Jonathan is clearly Scottish. She's clearly British / Egyptian. Did you hear his accent? He's Scottish.
No, I didn't
he
catch
did
that.
not disguise his accent. I think he's actually Scottish. He did not disguise his accent whatsoever. Maybe he did a little bit, but he comes across some of the stuff he says. He's clearly like Scottish.
See, I don't have enough of an ear for it.
I didn't either.
It sounded like a couple of stuff he says definitely had a little bit of a twang.
Oh yeah,
whatever the British
right.
equivalent of a Southern twang.
He
a brogue.
is Scottish.
A brogue.
Yeah, see, he's Scottish, so his accent came out.
Look at you.
I know my Scots.
My
Scots are
untrained
hot.
ear has just heard English.
Yeah,
Not
so
English.
I even said that to
English
Ragnar
ear,
yesterday. I was
English.
like, it's so fun how he's Scottish and she's British.
Is that racist? I'm sorry.
They're half siblings.
Maybe they just grew up. I mean, then they grew up in what, Egypt?
Yeah.
Yeah, because her
knows what you
mother was Egyptian. Her mother was. Maybe his mother wasn't. Maybe they're halves.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Maybe.
His mother's Scottish. Her mother's Egyptian.
Oh yeah. So they all get a little tipsy on the Glenlivet.
Yeah.
And that leads into our next clip, which I thought was really kind of cute and funny and all the things.
They're both charming.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, tough stuff. Try a right hook. Ball up your fist and put it out like that. Now mean it. Hit it right here.
I mean it.
Okay. Okay, it's time for another drink.
Of course it's time for
Yeah,
another drink. Let's
yeah,
get
it definitely
another drink.
sounds like it's time for another drink.
I know when to say no.
Do you?
Uh-huh. And unlike your brother, miss, I just don't get.
I know. You're wondering,
What is a place like me doing in a girl like this?
like me doing in a girl like this?
Something like that.
Something like that.
Egypt is in my blood. You see, my father was a very, very famous explorer.
Pretty breathy.
And he loved Egypt so
I
much.
can relate.
He married my mother, who was an Egyptian and quite an adventurer herself.
I get your father and I get your mother. And I get him.
The brother.
But what are you doing here?
You.
I'm a librarian, bitch.
I may not be an explorer.
Cue music.
That's right.
Or an adventurer, or a treasure seeker, or a gunfighter, Mr. O'Connell.
I know, right?
I am proud of what I am.
And
What are you?
I
I'm a drunk librarian.
Ta-da!
Music swells.
Yep.
I am going to kiss you,
Mr. O'Connell.
call me Rick.
Rick.
She's like,
She kissed his dick. She went face down right in that lap.
You didn't realize what I wanted to kiss. I didn't say your lips.
Yeah.
So cute. I am a librarian, and I'm looking for this book.
They were really cute together, though.
They did. I liked their
good
chemistry.
Yeah,
they had
they were
really good
adorable.
on-screen chemistry. Yeah. It was definitely believable, and like they are. I know this is gonna sound funny. They're the equal amount of hot. They have the right amount of hot for each other.
Yeah. They pulled off the quirky, nerdy, sexy. Like they both hit all their tropes really well. I think it was really good casting. I love Rachel Weisz in this.
Yeah.
And then them together, they like look like they fit.
Yeah.
And they create this adorable little blonde boy in the sequel. Like, they're both brunettes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Hey, some people are born blonde and then
Yeah, I
they
know.
end up getting brown-ish.
Later in life.
Yeah.
All of my kids were born like super blonde.
Isn't that what the tone like? It's like a what is it? Towhead or something?
Towhead.
Oh, yeah.
refers to.
Yeah.
What is it?
Where it's like blonde
Oh.
kid as,
Yeah.
and then they eventually get darker or something.
I don't know. Yeah.
My daughter's like that. But Garrett
She's
was,
got crazy. She's got like Witcher
yeah.
white hair.
And Garrett was born that way. He was definitely a towhead. Now he's more of a dirty blonde.
Oh, all right.
So she, I mean, you can tell like in the back of her head, like some of it's like that dark golden color.
Yeah.
But now, yeah, I know.
She gets so big.
Little white hair is going away. So yeah, so I don't remember if her opening of the book happened after she passed out. So maybe she just woke up in the middle of the night, was like, I think I want to read a book. And then she opens up the book and just starts reading.
She
from
opens up the book. No, she goes and takes the book
Oh,
out
yeah.
of
Yes.
his sleeping hands,
Of the
brings it over.
Egyptologist.
She definitely had some kind of epiphany while she was in her drunken stupor.
You know, I got
and
the
was like,
key. Just
I
got the
really think this is a great idea.
Yeah.
Well, let me steal the book.
Yeah.
So then she reads it, and unfortunately, that wakens up the mummy, and all hell.
Which I love how the Egyptologist is like, I knew better than to read from the fucking book.
Which I was wondering,
Don't
like,
read from it.
But why is he trying to open it? Like they're walking by, right?
Yeah.
From coming out.
I think he
from
just wanted to
below.
look at it. Like he knew not to say any of the words,
Yeah.
but he just wanted to kind of go through it.
And at what point are you like clearly I am not opening this book by brute force. There's literally a key symbol on the front of this, and I don't know. That was,
it doesn't look like your typical key. I mean, to be fair.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like a sundial.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So, so then, I think that's when they get attacked by the Magi. There's
The
a
locusts.
big battle.
Yeah.
They're grasshoppers.
There's the locusts.
They're grasshoppers.
Oh, those are grasshoppers. Yeah.
They were locusts.
They were grasshoppers.
They're grasshoppers.
No, they were actual locusts. Yeah, it's flies and locusts are the plague.
Yeah, I know. But when they zoom in on
they
the guy.
used actual locusts.
Oh, bugs. The bugs came.
Yeah.
When did they get in the battle with the Magi and told them they said they had one day?
That was beforehand.
Oh.
Because this happened after that.
Okay, bye.
Because they stayed for a whole nother day.
I was wondering. I was like, whenever he came back later and was like, I told you to get out, and now look what you've done. And
Yeah.
I'm like, well, you did say one day, and I don't think it's been a full day yet.
I think they were expecting him to wake up the next morning and leave, and instead they woke up the next day and they dug.
You said I had 24 hours. I'm counting it down to the minutes.
That was what it was.
My watch.
You are correct.
Oh,
I
locusts.
don't know. They look like grasshoppers for some reason.
I think they're probably very similar beasties.
So once he's woken up, then like the 10 plagues of Egypt kind of get initiated as well, because that was part of the curse, was that the plagues of Egypt would.
Yep.
That's what's
fall.
gonna that's what's gonna destroy the earth is the 10 plagues of Egypt.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, but he is on the mummy's on the mission to get the people who opened up the canopic jars, and
So he
kind of
can
regenerate.
resurrect himself.
Yeah. Regenerate.
So then he can go get his love of his life.
Knocks in the moon.
But
Kind
then
of
he
romantic
sees-
when you think about it, even though it's a very extreme way to go about the power trip.
Yeah, there wasn't all like the slaughtering involved.
I mean, if all he wanted to do was just resurrect his love and not take over the earth, we would have been fine. You'd let you go on your way
for it. Have fun.
Yeah.
But he had to have the really
The sacrifice.
Yeah, he had to kill Evie.
I mean, there are some crazy bitches out there. I'm sure he could have found a volunteer. I'll be your love.
Yeah, right. The real mummy.
Yeah, I'll do it.
No,
You didn't have to go
raise
for the
your hand.
first
I did.
vagina he saw, and he was like, "You."
It was literally. I think wasn't she literally the only female
In the whole, yeah.
in that whole?
Well, no, they had
Well,
the
besides
they had the harem concubine in the bar, the really big girl.
No, that's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
She was walking through the bar with Winston.
Oh, okay.
And then he got stuck in the fountain, and she was like, "You know what? No, you're too drunk for me."
I thought
You can go find somebody
Yeah,
else.
in
I'm
the
done.
camp area. She was
Yeah.
the only female, right?
Yo, yeah.
Yeah.
Women be not welcome, like on a pirate ship. Well, so after they resurrect him and then they all abandon the Hemanaptra and like Rick's like, I'm out of here, I'm leaving, and Evie's like, well, I've got to fix my mistake because my big loud mouth bitch.
I read the book.
I gotta put him back. We gotta put him back. We? Okay, fine. I
got this.
I did
Hold
this
my
and
beer.
I'll put it back.
Hold my beer. I got this.
Yeah.
So, I think they end up going back.
They went to Cairo.
Because that's where they had the blood plague happen.
Yeah, but didn't they go back into all the caves and stuff like that?
Well, that's where they went after they woke him up, then the locusts came.
Yeah.
They retreated into the temple.
That's right, to escape
and
the
that's
locusts.
where Imhotep finds the first guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who takes his tongue and his eyes.
Okay.
And that's where he first runs into Evie and developps his obsession with turning her back into.
Yeah.
He's like, I need a vagina. You're going to work for me. So that's. You're my chosen. You are the chosen vagina.
I think one of the funny films. I didn't.
You're
get
the
a
only
clip.
one, so you weren't it.
Yeah, you're the only one in Egypt.
You're close enough. I'll do
Yep.
it. You'll do. One of the funny films or parts of the film that I did not get a clip for, but I thought was very funny, was when Imhotep meets Benny.
Mm-hmm.
And he has like this
he's
chain
all of
his
the religions.
Yes. And when he starts doing like
no,
the Chinese
okay.
one with the Buddha.
Yeah.
Just
I was
random
like,
noise.
Now. What is he doing?
Yeah.
And then he finally gets to the
Star of David.
Star of David, and so and then he's like, "Oh, I have use for you. Here's
He's like the language
gold
of the
for my
slaves.
asshole."
Yeah.
Got you. Why in front of me? She's the one who does it better.
Sir. Stop it, sir. I just want to state your door slam was so fucking loud.
You're very aggressive.
I feel like you need to take a punishment for that.
You distracted her.
It made me stop and go like, what the hell?
Yeah. Look, he's gonna go slam it
walking
again.
away. Fine, whatever.
You did slam the door. Yeah, I did. You walked out and you
are
like
you calling
whipped it.
I'll take a vote. Ladies?
Okay.
Ladies?
Of course they're gonna.
As a disruption for the show, for slamming the door in a hissy fit, yes, I say aye.
Yes.
Where's the wheel?
Aye.
I
Over,
didn't see
it was
that.
over next to the bar.
Ruh-roh.
That would be a mistake on your part, which means you have to take an extra shot.
Oh.
Oh, well, then that means that you got to take your punishment shot.
Oh, come on.
I'm kidding.
No, I'll take it.
Oh, look at that. Here. You're going to love this.
Make him
Yen.
grab from a bottle.
Here. No, this one.
Is this a new, like, hate?
The one that
I
you
made
the one
this.
you gave me
Oh, you
last
made
time
it.
was good.
I made this.
So this is what?
It's watermelon Kool-Aid and Tito's vodka.
Watermelon Kool-Aid and
Here.
Tito's.
Here. Sniffy, sniffy. Don't get too close. Ooh. Yeah.
It's not sweet, huh?
No, it tastes like shit.
I
Because,
shook
I mean,
it.
Kool-Aid does not have sugar unless you add the sugar.
No, Kool-Aid is
So-
sugar. Kool-Aid is sugar.
I didn't think Kool-Aid had it. Was just
No, it's like flavored sugar.
Oh, okay.
All right, here's my
And what did we learn?
not to slam doors.
Thank you. Thank
You would hate it if we did that shit in your show.
Can you imagine?
You would have a
We
fucking
heard your
fit.
voices all throughout the night during our show.
Well, I wasn't
I
there.
didn't
Nobody
even
said
hear it in the
anything.
recording.
Nobody said anything.
Because we're nice.
Well,
Oh,
sorry.
are you?
I'm a bitch, so here you go.
You didn't
Enjoy.
get punished hardly at all last night.
Bullshit.
Oh, fuck. All right, to BAC.
You have to swallow it.
I mean,
do swallow it.
you think after a while you just learn that it's disgusting and prepare yourself mentally.
I am Batman.
I am Zool.
Nobody should ever give you watermelon. It sucks.
Yeah, so once they do all that kind of stuff, and they're like, "Oh nope, this is it." So Rick takes them back to Cairo, packing her up. Evie's like, "Nope, I'm staying. I'm gonna
Fix it.
Put it
Yep.
back.
get the book. I don't know what the fuck.
Gotta go kill the mummy and save the world.
I mean, she's a fucking librarian. She's
Fine.
like,
It's really, really low
I got
ball.
this. I've
Goals.
got other things to do.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Pencil it in.
Is that a land to you? A contract? So funny.
I love
Such
how
a teenage girl thing. She's like, oh, I thought you liked me too.
So, one thing that I thought
Spoiled
was
brat
funny.
Snow cracks me up.
One thing that I thought was really funny is that he basically put two guys that had opened up the canopic jars or had gotten them out of the box that the mummy is going after. He put them in charge of looking after
They're going to
the
protect his
door.
girlfriend.
Right?
Yeah. Because they're
the
definitely
mummy's
not
going
a
to
threat.
suck them dry. Like,
Yeah.
who the fuck cares? And this is when we learned that the mummy doesn't like cats because
Yes.
cats are the protector of the underworld. Blah
Yeah.
blah blah. blah. That was kind of cool. And then another thought in this little CinemaSins thing that's on YouTube: why did they not find once they found that out, just surround themselves with cats?
Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty running around the streets of Egypt.
I mean,
He obviously had that white one. Just keep the white one with you.
Yeah, right.
I would carry a cat with me all the time.
Yeah.
in a little backpack.
Or cat fur. Just blow it in his face.
Yeah.
I'm screwed.
Yeah, because he's allergic.
That's what He's allergic to cats. That's actually what it was.
I'm screwed.
And do you want this thing? Is this what you're after?
The doggo.
Oh my god! What are you doing?
He's so fucking awkward.
Oh my gosh! Go, dog.
Freddie, come here, Freddie.
There you go.
Yep.
Thank you very much. Oh, come on.
Look what I have here.
So yeah. So when he finishes consuming the guy who took his eyeballs and his tongue.
Yes.
He sucks him dry. And
Which
then,
Benny is so dirty. He's like, oh, don't touch Prince Imhotep. He doesn't want you to touch him, but he thanks you for your eyes and your tongue.
But we still need to suck out your life.
He's so fucking nasty.
Oh, I told you. Beat it with a stick.
Yuck.
I told you.
Oh my god. And then one thing I thought was really interesting is whenever the mummy goes to kiss Evie, his face starts to
break
decompose
down.
again.
It's just gross.
Why?
I don't know, moisture.
So at that point, I would be like, I'd be touching him all over because clearly he's going to need he's going to be weak if he cannot fully regenerate. He's still going to be not the strongest that he can be, right? Because he won't be the strongest until he's fully regenerated.
Yeah, he has to have all the organs.
So it'd be like, you see those other movies where it's like, oh, I found the weakness in you. I will touch your face and touch you, and
you just see like little burn hand marks all over him.
Right, taking advantage of that situation. So anyway, so the plagues of Egypt start like raining down. We got fireballs falling from the sky, and
engulfing people in flames.
Yeah. Everybody's fine.
It's
running
fine.
Around. Yeah, and then we cut next to. Oh shoot! No! I lied. Did we find Winston? We saw Winston in the bar.
Winston was in the he was walking through the lobby and into the bar,
which I thought was such a casual meeting because clearly Rick knew Winston.
Yes.
I guess, during their battles.
Prior situations.
And apparently Winston just continues to hang out in Cairo because, why not? And he has like a little perch on top of a sand dune.
Yep. Just hangs up there.
Waiting
for death to come and take him.
Waiting for that moment. And then one of the plagues, I guess, is boils and
sores.
Yes, sores. And then so the mummy then brings that upon the city, and everybody's like, oh, Imhotep.
Yeah. Which Jonathan was super smart because he's like, Imhotep.
That was so smart. He's so funny.
So funny.
So good.
Oh my gosh. So Evelyn ends up going with the mummy. She thinks she's sacrificing herself, like because her team will be saved,
come with me and your friends will be okay.
Yeah.
And then as soon as she's with
like, kill them.
Kill them all.
And they escape through a sewer drain.
To that she goes,
no. Exactly. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Self. Past Self, thank you for that clip. I appreciate that.
It's good stuff.
So then the mummy takes Benny and Evelyn into the desert via sandstorm, because why not? Seems like a fun way to ride. While Rick and Jonathan and the magic guy, what's his name?
Odette Fair.
Thank you.
Ardeth Bay.
Yes. They take a plane driven by Winston.
Mm-hmm.
And Winston found out it's not part of the Queen's
Royal Army.
Like, oh, we might die.
What's the story?
Sign me up.
Save the damsel, save the world.
Ardeth was so happy on the plane. He's like,
I'm having such a good time.
This is the greatest day of my life.
And Jonathan's like, did I fucking look all right? He didn't say fucking, but I think that was that might have been an Australian accent. I don't know what that was. Sorry.
Crikey, you're wrong.
Crikey. Oh my gosh. So, what? You know what? I think I have a little snippet from Winston.
You do?
Yeah.
Here we are.
Yep. It's him on top of his little sand dune with his umbrella, listening to Spanish music.
A word?
So what's your little problem got to do with His Majesty's Royal Air Corps?
Not a damn thing.
Not a damn thing. Nope.
I was expecting to have like guacamole and chips and a margarita.
You really think so?
Well, everybody else we bumped into has died. Why not you?
What's the challenge then?
Rescue the damsel in distress, kill the bad guy, and save the world.
Huh? Winston Havelock at your service, sir.
He's so funny.
Oh, I love that
He's
actor.
so damn cute.
He is adorable. Like he dies going into the quicksand with the little smirk in his mustache, all happy.
The one spot in that whole damn desert that's quicksand that takes down a whole fucking airplane.
Yeah. Yep.
It's fine.
But he was so happy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Because that's what he wanted.
I know,
He
yeah.
wanted to go down in a blaze of glory.
I know, but it made
Syracuse.
It made E so sad. She's like, I don't like that he died. It makes me sad. I go, but he went out doing like
He literally
wanted to
was
do.
suicidal.
He wanted to go out.
He
like
had
this.
seen all his friends die.
Yeah.
He was so worried.
He knew in the
He's got
beginning.
PTSD. He wants to end it.
He was told in the beginning he might not survive, and he was totally cool with that. So he was prepared.
I
He
know.
knew.
I told her, but she was like,
I know.
My God, do you think so?
Oh goodness. Yeah, let's do it.
So funny.
Oh, poor Winston. I mean, yeah. Anyway,
Moving on.
So
R.I.P.
Oh yeah. So then the Imhotep sees the airplane swirling around. This is before they crashed. Decides he wants to bring up a big old wall of sand. Takes the plane down,
which was really cool. And again, the CGI holds up.
Yeah.
25 years later, and you're looking at it, and it's really good graphics.
Yeah,
it's really
good.
fun.
I really appreciate that.
Especially when you see like the bullets going across it.
Yeah,
and everything.
and the face coming through, and all of the expressions on the face. Yeah.
Which why is anybody shooting at sand? I mean, honestly, why?
I mean, if you've got this thing coming at you, you're going to throw whatever you can at it. And if you have bullets, you're going to throw bullets. Like, you don't know.
All right. Okay.
Can I bring up...
Like, it's just fear. Fear and adrenaline. Just, I don't have a rock in my hand. I have a gun. So I'm going to shoot it with a gun.
I want to show you how much I dislike you.
Yes.
Here is a bullet in your face.
Yeah. Maybe it'll slow you down.
face.
I don't know. Like, you see a sand goblin coming at you. You're like, well, is it really sand, or is there a person hiding behind the sand? I got to shoot through the sand to get the... You don't know.
Yeah. True. But
sand goblin.
I thought it was very cute how Evie kissed the Imhotep to
distract
him, pulled him away from it. And what I thought was funny is that he did not seem pissed off at all toward her.
No.
It was like... He was just like... I never walk away.
Well, because they still crashed.
Yeah.
So I think he was assuming that the threat was gone.
True.
Because they did crash.
Yeah.
And he's like, I got smoochies.
Oh my gosh. So they make it back to Helmanoptera with the mummy and Evelyn and Benny. And then she is basically chained up.
Yeah, so she's chained up down to the like sacrificial table, basically.
Yep.
And Enoxinamun's mummy is beside her.
Yeah.
Yep. And and I think once Imhotep gets to his area, he starts waking up all of his dead priests.
His priests.
Yeah.
Well, once he realizes that the threat is there and that Rick is still there, that's when he wakes him up.
Oh, yeah.
Because he didn't wake him up until
I got things to do.
He's like, I need to blow this dust all over the place. And yep.
Let me get my magic dirt. It's different from all the other dirt.
Yes.
So magic, a little bit of glitter in that sand. Pew.
Yeah.
Oh golly. So they start battling the
priests,
the little priest guy. Yeah, which was funny because Brendan didn't have any like formal battling
combat fight training.
Yeah, I think he basically did this. I think they said he did it in 2 days.
Oh really? Wow.
And it was funny because the special effects people were very impressed by the way he could do a move and then replicate that move very precisely. And it made it very easy for them as
to insert CGI here.
To make that reaction happen in the right spot. And that's why it was able to look so good when he is battling the priests.
Yeah.
The dead mummy
the
priests.
mummies.
Yeah. It's because he had such precise replica of movement.
That's they were fun. Like whatever stunt guys were in their little dusty little mummies, those guys were fun. Like torsos holding on to each other.
Yep.
And
yeah. I love it whenever the one's coming up with the tomb, and he's got
cut.
Dead cat.
His legs
just
go immediately
atrophied. Yeah. So funny.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But yeah, that whole battle was so much fun because it wasn't just like Rick is the savior, the hero, but he also showed fear. Like he runs into him, and then the really big armored not the priests, but they're the
warrior ones. And he was like,
no, the Pharaoh's guard.
Yeah, when he's like and they're like and he's like, no.
Yeah, that didn't go well.
Again, he's a relatable like action star. I like him that way.
I do like that. It's very Scooby-Doo that moment.
So during this during this whole battle scene, Jonathan is then finding the book of
Ra.
Amun-Ra. Amun-Ra. And starts reading from it. And that's when he brings up the big warriors, but they can't control them until he finishes the inscription.
Yeah.
Needs to figure out what a stork is.
Menefus. Yeah. I can't never say that.
Oh yeah, that. And then once again, Anck-su-namun dies by shadows.
Yeah,
we don't actually see it happen.
Yeah.
It's just the
You
reflection
can't
on
have
the wall.
blood. You can't have blood.
Oh gosh, yeah. You know what? There really wasn't any blood.
I mean,
in
it's a
this, was there?
PG-13, so you can't really do too much
You know,
graphic.
but nowadays, honestly, if this was
they
made,
do now.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of blood now in
somebody's head
PG-13.
would be cut off and be like,
But
yeah,
this
it's a
was
PG-13.
made as like a
fine.
family adventure movie. It wasn't made to be scary, so
Yeah.
they're gonna do stuff, in a very.
I think
PG
that
sort of
I
way.
think they still achieved the right level of scary. Because like
Yeah.
when his
Some of the
eyes,
images are scary.
when his eyes are taken out, the one guy who loses his
Yeah.
eyes and tongue, that's
Oh, it's hollow.
disturbing.
Oh, yeah.
When they're hollow and stuff, it's
Yeah.
like ooh.
Oh my tongue. Yeah.
Sorry. So we see Anck-su-namun die again, and he's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
That was what his brain was doing.
It's pretty much, yeah. And then, so then he starts getting like, is this when he decides to like?
That's when he goes after Rick. He's like, "Oh, you
He
fucked up
throws
now.
Rick?
You killed her again.
Yeah.
Hasn't she been through enough?"
Like of all the
can't
things
get a break.
of all the
She can't
things
get a
that
break.
he can do, he picks him up and throws him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And, like
I mean, he
could've-
can.
I could have sucked you dry like 10
Well,
years
no, he
ago.
couldn't.
No, because he didn't take his organs.
That was only a thing for somebody who had the canopic jars and opened his tube.
Yeah.
Okay. He couldn't.
So-
he didn't have it for other people.
No,
it
he
was
like,
just for
he
that.
already had a liver at that point.
Because
so he
that's
didn't need to do
he's absorbed because whoever opens the chest,
Yeah.
it's their life force that he has to take to regenerate, and he was already regenerated.
Okay. Yeah.
So then he's just going off of his immortal powers, which is strength and whatever, and not enough sand down there to create a dust devil.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I mean, they're just a tiny one.
Yeah.
So then, and then Evie gets a hold of the Book of the Living. When she's set free, and Rick's over there just playing around with the mummy or whatever he's doing,
Getting tossed around.
She completes more. She finds the part where it finally takes the soul away from Imhotep.
Karishmal, paradus.
Yes.
Very simple for taking away somebody's immortality.
Yep.
It's hey, you, get out of my car. Like, it's really like the easiest fucking inscription.
you, die.
Yeah, so stupid.
Like, let me look for all this book. Oh, I can't find the right words. Oh wait, that one.
That one.
Times 2.
That says, you're dead.
By the way. So very cute whenever the chariot comes and goes through him, takes his soul,
What the fuck?
and then
Takes his immortality. He does that to you all the time.
unnecessary.
Me.
You should punch him.
But this is another no part, right? Whenever he's like grasping at his soul as it being dragged away by the chariots, he says,
He said he does. He said that.
but then he turns around and is like
Straight for Rick. He's
now
like,
he's
oh,
pissed.
He's like, well, now there's just nothing left.
Yeah. And Rick's like, I thought you said this would kill him, and then next thing you know, he's got a sword in his
He
belly.
walks right onto that story.
Like, he didn't
Just-
even try. Like it's like, okay, well, apparently I just need to die because my
He's just
girl's dead
super-
again.
He's
and-
super cocky. No, he was just like, oh, it's on. What the?
He was honestly, I don't think he even saw the sword. He was just like looking at. He's like, I fucking hate your face.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh shit, that was sharp.
Yeah, exactly.
Where's the tar? So it can sink.
Oh my gosh.
They grab my mortal belly wound and
With no
sink
blood.
in.
Like,
Exactly.
no blood.
No blood. And sink into
His
the tar
intestines
pits.
are everywhere. No blood.
So then he sinks into, I don't know the part of it, but black
what it looks like.
water.
Yeah.
It was basically black water. It was whatever we just drank.
It looked like tar.
that color.
Tar.
And then I have a clip of that. I think something like that.
Death is only the beginning.
Is it? Well, yeah, because it was
Which-
part 2.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very good play. I mean, when they made this film, they did not know it was going to be such a big hit.
Oh, $416 million
That
is
is
huge.
ridiculous.
And it
So-
created this whole thing. Like, they got the ride at Universal.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
and
right.
That was a really fun ride.
Yes,
and
yes,
yeah,
it was. I think I heard that one.
And you know, just all of the things. The sequel was. I don't know how successful the sequel was, but I thought it was great.
Yeah,
it was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. I love continuation of the story.
I love this.
Where did they find this random reincarnation of a Noxunamun?
Why not?
I am Ipsipsimue. I am the reincarnation of an Noxunamun. Where have you been? Because I could have used you like 10 years ago.
I really wanted I needed my girl to look like my girl. Why were you not with the? Why are you not librarian?
He could have found a volunteer because she volunteered for that soul switching shit.
She was like, sign me up. I tried Tinder. I just can't find a good man.
They weren't looking in the right neighborhood.
Not.
What would you do if you found out that you were a reincarnate of an Egyptian princess?
I'd be like, sign me
and
up.
they wanted to reincarnate
I like the
that
outfits.
into your body.
Well, sorry, you have to die in this process.
Yeah, you're going to die. You're out of your.
Well, what else do I have going on at that point? Because if I have my life now, no, I'm okay. Yeah. But if I'm like got nothing else and I'm like living with my parents and I'm like, sure, I'll be your princess. Can we use those clothes? Because I like the Egyptian wardrobe.
They are pretty.
And I like
gosh,
gold
yes.
paint. I think I look good in gold. We'll work this out.
Very
I'm gonna go stand for 9 hours.
I'll be okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Every day. But you know that she's being fed. If this is like back in Egypt when she's being
Super
painted
good
by her
food.
handmaidens, she's getting hand fed like grapes and cheese and shit. I'd be down.
I mean, to go around and nobody has to touch you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Please don't touch me.
Yeah.
You get in trouble if you do.
See,
Don't smudge my pants.
Look, you get your palm frond boy. I'd be down.
I'm not walking today. Carry me.
Yeah.
My
Again,
feet
it
are
depends
painted.
on what you got going on.
I can't smudge my paint.
If you have nothing else going on, I think it sounds like an okay deal.
Yeah.
Like
That's like makes you sound like
like
you're
winning the lottery.
It makes you
You
sound
get a
like the
boyfriend,
bougiest Porsche
you get
like
money.
ever. No, not my paint job.
you get people who are gonna worship you. Yeah, I'll take it. Sure. Pretend I'm your old dead girlfriend.
Oh my
I'll
God.
close my eyes and pretend you're mine.
Wow. Wow.
I mean, you wouldn't have the brown bag. I mean, he's not bad looking.
No, he's all
brown
right.
bag. You don't need a
Super
brown bag.
hairless though.
That's okay.
Super hairless.
That's okay.
Like
That makes
no
sense.
hair. Like that's weird.
Is it?
Weird.
So
I don't
did you catch the thing about his hair?
What do you mean?
The guy who played Imhotep. So they shaved him every fucking day.
Wow.
Every fucking day.
Yeah, because he had to be hairless.
Because he's wearing on nothing but a loincloth. So
Yep.
they're like, what did he say? It was funny. He's like, they shaved.
Why'd they wax him? It would last longer.
Well, I guess they did it.
Maybe he didn't want to be waxed.
For the
Yeah, I like
first
that.
movie, I literally consented to this lovely Scottish girl who was my makeup artist to wax me. I yelled like a stuffed pig.
Did he put a piece of bark
For
in his
the
mouth?
sequel, we decided to shave instead. So every day at 5:30.
Oh, for the sequel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he
They
didn't
waxed
like
the
the
first
waxing.
one.
Yeah, I've heard him.
Yeah.
for a second.
So this for the sequel at 5:30 every morning, they would shave my whole body, my head, my chest, my arms, my legs, whatever. Bikini line.
So they're
ass
shaving
butt.
him?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Where does that sign up list?
Oh, you want to do? That's like the oil boy. Like
I'll
who's gonna
I'll
oil the
shave you.
bodybuilders? You gonna shave him?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah. So they left his eyebrows.
I'm
That's
gonna
all
make
right.
sure you lotion him up afterwards so he doesn't get.
Got to make sure we get all those nicks and crannies.
So yeah. Anyway.
So yeah. So while they are finishing up their battle, old Benny, who's still fucking alive, is hauling gold out while they're
Because he
busy
didn't have
fighting.
enough the first time.
Yeah.
Because he's a greedy little shit.
Ends up setting off a trap, and then the whole city starts falling in on itself.
Yes.
Yep.
So then they all escape except for whoops, Benny. Benny didn't make it.
Yep.
No.
So sad.
Buddy
Gets
Benny.
eaten by scarabs.
Bye, Benny.
Yep.
And then the whole romantic scene.
Have to admit, at least it was a good death for
It was a
Benny.
good death.
It was a good
You're
death.
Eaten to death
By
very
scarabs?
fast.
Very-
Eaten to death very fast.
Yes.
But what's funny is that whenever Imhotep was in the sarcophagus with the scarabs, they said it was a very slow death,
Right.
eaten alive.
Yeah.
But then on a couple of the scenes, whenever the scarabs are coming down,
The wave of scarabs.
Well, okay, but think of how
dissolved.
many scarabs he had in the sarcophagus versus how many scarabs were in the temple. That was like millions of scarabs versus like a bucket.
And
like,
where?
Here's 200.
I have another question.
Yeah.
Where is all the scarab poop? You know they'd be pooping.
That'd be just after 3,000 years.
That'd be stinky some poop.
That is not going to stick around for 3,000 years.
The scarab poop?
No.
You don't think?
It disintegrates.
No, and
it's
he was still-
biodegradable.
but he was still juicy. And
He
he's
was
in a
juicy.
sealed sarcophagus.
I mean, maybe part of
With
the
bugs.
gooey was
What
scarab
you
poop.
don't see what he's laying on. He's
True. You
laying
can't see
on
his feet.
scarab shit.
Yeah, true. Might still be there.
Yeah, could be. Could be. It's a lot of scarab
Of
poop.
all the smells you're worried about with a gooey mummy, it's scarab shit.
Scarab shit. I mean, that's the one
I
thing.
literally think the mummy would probably smell worse.
I don't know. It's
didn't seem to
digested
be-
human parts. That's gonna be foul.
That was one thing I was kind of
The
disappointed
juicy human, I think, would be worse.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the one thing I was a little disappointed in. Whenever they open his sarcophagus, it should be rank, right?
Yeah.
Because
They're
he
just
is
like,
still
huh.
juicy, so there is still some moisture.
Okay,
It
so
should have
to
a-
be fair, I think Egypt probably didn't smell that great either. So at that point, you're desensitized.
Maybe.
Like you got your smelly companions.
Dim chemicals.
You're in a basement in the ground.
Everything's musty.
Everything like you
Everything
probably don't have
stinks.
much of a sense of smell after that anyway.
Shoot, just being around camels for a couple hours, your
Yeah.
sense of smell is gonna be like, and we're numb. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Numb.
So yeah, so as they're riding away, they find that they have gold in the back of one of the camels, and
Dun, dun, dun,
they're
dun.
right off into the sunset, just
Yep.
like any other
right off
romantic
into the
film.
second movie. That was the
Beautiful.
$416 million the movie made right there in the backpack.
Oh yeah, so 15 million of their budget went to CGI.
That's not a lot.
He told the CGI people, because the CGI was like, oh, maybe we'll kind of tone it down a little bit. And Summers was like, no, I want to see what you have, the best you guys can offer.
They did good.
And
They
at
did really
first
good.
they wanted to say that the total budget was going to be 15 million.
Hmm.
And Summers was like, I'm going to spend that just in CGI. And we're going to bump that up a bit.
A lot.
No, a little lot.
Well,
Yeah, 'cause you said it was 80, right?
Did you see the
80,
insurance
yeah,
that they
80.
bought?
Yeah,
The kidnapping insurance?
So apparently,
What?
So apparently, terrorism was like if their camel would have gotten lost and started like just wandering out into Algeria or something. Terrorists were pretty popular in that area, I guess, at the time.
Oh, wow.
So the director put terrorist insurance out on all of his actors.
He put kidnapping insurance
What?
on everybody. But he didn't tell them. They
But-
didn't
yeah.
find out until after the filming was over
So
that there was
That's some
kidnapping
detail.
insurance.
Jeez.
Yeah. So
That's a detail.
I'm not quite sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Like, is that something that you would have kept from them because they would have been angry? Or because they would have been scared?
I think that probably would have
Scared?
been
I
like,
think scared.
I'm going to just back out of my contract.
Yeah,
So if you
like,
think I'm
wait,
going to be
there's-
kidnapped.
There's kidnapping on the line? I don't think so.
But who would have gotten the money if they were kidnapped?
The terrorists?
The director?
person who took the insurance out. So probably the production company.
So the director would have gotten money
Yes.
Yeah.
if somebody would have been stolen.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, that just doesn't sit right with me.
Yeah.
No, it
See,
doesn't sound good.
another thing that was kind of like, what else did this guy direct? Do we know?
Oh, you know what? Hey, Ron.
Oh, well, yeah, he's probably good.
Steven Summers.
Steven Summers. What else has Steven Summers directed?
Didn't he do Ocean's 11? No, that's somebody else.
Do you remember? Or
He
do you-
did the Elijah Wood Huck Finn movie. He also did the Jungle Book from the early 90s.
I love that fucking movie with Rudyard Kipling, the Rudyard
Yes.
Kipling.
Oh,
yeah,
that
Jungle
was
Book.
good.
It's got Cersei Lannister in
It's
it.
got-
Okay.
I love that movie.
And he also
sure does.
did Deep Rising, which is a horror movie on a boat. It's actually a fun little monster movie.
Okay.
He also did one of the G.I. Joe movies, the live version one that was in the early 2000s. He did The Mummy Returns, and I think he did another one. But yeah, he did a lot of early kids movies before he went on to do The Mummy, the Huck Finn movie. I think that's a great movie. It's a fun movie.
I
Rudyard
remember watching
Kipling's
that.
Jungle
It's been a
Book with
while.
Brandon Lee, or whatever his name is. That was really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I brought in our resident expert.
Score whore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You have a name.
I'm the score whore.
Okay.
That's my thing.
All right,
so.
Mr. Score Whore. Get at it.
Well, the one thing I'm going to have to say about this is that the composer for this movie, Jerry Goldsmith.
One of your favorites.
One of my fucking favorites. And the funny thing about this score is that this came out in 1999, the same year that the 13th Warrior came out, and the 13th Warrior score is very similar to this.
Interesting.
Yes. This is right here, the intro to the movie, of course, and it's just a great, powerful, amazing intro for this. Just seeing the fucking Egyptian, the music just fits great for this. And then coming up right here, this is one of my favorite parts of the movie, the camel race.
Listen to those horns.
When they're going to Habanatra and everything. Yeah, this was great. And the thing about Jerry Goldsmith, he's really good on his percussion, and he makes a very epic score, yes. I fucking love Jerry Goldsmith, and he's done so many great scores. He passed away in the early 2000s. I think his last score was Star Trek Nemesis. But he did most of the Star Trek movies. He's done Forever Young. He's done 13th Warrior. So many fucking great scores. He also did one of my favorite movies, Explorers. He did a lot of stuff in the 80s. He did Gremlins. He did the theme to Gremlins and stuff like that. But yeah, this theme right here is beautiful. And then we come up to the love theme.
Oh.
Oh, this ain't the love theme. I'm sorry.
I was going to say.
Like, wow, what a love.
No, this is actually a part when they're just like going through the desert. But it's just that Egyptian sound that you have in there. And it's just epic. It's great. The thing is, Jerry Goldsmith wasn't brought in to do the second score because the second score was done by Alan Silvestri for the second one. I was okay with that one, but to me, this is an amazing score. This is beautiful. Here it is. The love theme between Evelyn and
that's really pretty.
Yeah,
they really pulled those strings on this one.
And this also was in the beginning when he was what's his name, the mummy. What's his Imhotep was like rubbing his hands on her arms and rubbing the paint off and everything else.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Jerry Goldsmith, great composer, done so many great scores, and he did a beautiful, epic action adventure score, and that's what he's good for. So there you go.
Beautiful. Didn't they say something about like he used less vocals on this one than he usually does?
Yep.
Yeah, which I think was appropriate. I think they had a little bit of whoos and ahs in the first part of your little clip there.
Oh yeah, just a little bit.
I think that was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any there's no words, which I think would have really messed with this film.
Yeah, I have the complete soundtrack on. Like I said, I'm a score horse, so I collect scores, and this one to me is a beautiful score. But if I had to pick one, I still would think the 13th Warrior is a better score. But this is just as good. It's a great action adventure score. So
nice. Well, thank you for your input. I really appreciate that.
Bye, BAF.
BAF out of the house.
Yep. Bye.
I have nothing else to add.
Okay.
Would you guys like to get off to the ratings?
Sure.
Let's do it.
So
Scarabs.
We're gonna rate it with scarabs.
Scarabs.
Right. With a max scarab of being 5 scarabs.
5 scarabs.
Okay. Do you want me to go first?
No, you finish it out. You close us out.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You want me to go first?
Well, you're chewing, so
I'll go
let's
first.
go with.
No, go first.
I'm gonna go with 4.25 scarabs. I really
4.25.
4.25, like at a quarter scarab, because it's not quite 4.5, because that's really close to perfect.
Oh, okay.
But it's definitely over 4. Like I pretty much can quote the movie. I've seen it a million times. I enjoy it. I think the casting is really fun. The effects hold up so well after 25 years, which is really impressive when you think of how computer graphics have come along in that time.
Well, it also makes you realize how fucking old we're getting. Because I remember seeing this.
25 years.
Yeah. I remember seeing this when it came out.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow. I feel old. Damn. Okay.
I'm older than both of you bitches.
We can still feel old too, though.
No, I know. It's good though. It's so fun, and it's one of those things to where a lot of the movies, when you watch them that were made back in the 90s or older, you can tell when they were made. And this one I think holds up really well. And it's fun. It's got a lot of really fun dialogue. The story is good. The sets, the costuming, the period, like this is a really good period piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I enjoy the shit out of this movie. It's super, super fun. I'm glad we did this for sure.
Yay.
Good pick. I'm going to be going back and watching The Mummy 2 very soon because I didn't have time to do it the night that we watched it. But I'm definitely
you're on the
want
kick.
to. I know. I really want to. I just kind of want to round it out. Go make it full circle. I won't include the third one because I think the third one is garbage.
That's the one with the
it's
the dragon,
Chinese one.
the dragon emperor type thing,
right.
dragon mummy.
Yeah, that thing. The terracotta warriors in there are really cool, but other than that,
cool.
not much.
Yeah, that is a cool scene.
But yeah, I love this movie. I think it's really fun. It's something to where if you haven't seen it, you know,
gosh, if you haven't seen it, where are you?
You can watch it and you're going to be impressed. I think it's not going to be something where like, oh, that's an old movie. Like you're not really going to be able to tell that.
No,
it holds up very well, and the music's great, and everything really pushes forward, and it's great pacing. I enjoy it.
You know what this movie reminds me a lot of? Lost City. The same kind of like adventure, has a bit of everything, comedy, everything. Lost City.
Lost City's definitely a lot more comedy, but
But you know what I mean? But that same balance. Like, I feel like these are in the same kind of category.
It's got good villain. The villain is fun because you do feel sorry for him. He's a bit of his own little tragic character. But yeah, it's good. It's fun. It's super fun. Yeah. Especially in the second movie, then you feel really bad for him because the bitch fucking turns tail and leaves to save herself. And he's like, well, now I have nothing to live for. Just dies. He just, and I'm done. Yeah, he gives up all this work for nothing.
She's terrible in the movie. Yeah. That chick is terrible. Oh, man. Okay. Are you done?
I'm done.
All right. That's good.
It's good that you're done.
That's good. No, I mean, it's a good review.
Glad.
It was a good review.
Man tits.
You're an ass. You're an ass.
I know.
You met him. Are an ass. All right. So I am going to give this a solid 4 scarabs.
Yes.
I really, really love this movie. It is a lot of fun. I enjoy all the characters and the comedy and that balance of romance. You know, it really does. It is a all around really fun popcorn flick. Like I love me a good popcorn flick. And so, you know, I love that I can watch it with the kids and they can enjoy it. It has a little bit of enough like this, I think it was for me. So I do have kind of a funny story about this that I can share real quick, if that's okay.
Nope.
This was, it's a good one. It's about my dad.
Oh, fine.
It's about my dad. So speaking of back when we first saw it, we rented it and we were watching it and my dad was sitting with his feet in the recliner and his feet were up and I was sitting with my back to his feet. And it was the part when the mummy comes alive and roars. Well, he kicked me in my back when it happened, scared the ever-living out of me.
Did he do it on purpose or was he startled? Oh.
No, he did it on purpose.
To scare you?
He did it to scare the crap out of me. And so, but it really, for me, it was kind of my first jump scare, like that I can remember, like as a kid, like watching a movie. Other than, you know, the one in Jaws where, you know, the head pops out of the boat, basically. But like it was like one of my first jump scares. So I have a lot of nostalgia. I have a lot of love for this movie. Again, the score is beautiful. The acting is phenomenal. It's a lot of really good movie and it goes like fast. It doesn't drag. Like it's not like you ever feel like something exciting isn't happening. And that to me is like, again, a testament to how good the movie is. It definitely has replay value. I would recommend this to anybody who hasn't seen it. Go out and watch it like right now because you're not going to be disappointed. The second one is fun. I'm kind of like you. I'm jonesing to watch it because I have seen the first one now. But yeah, I'm going to give it 4 scarabs. I love it and I would definitely recommend it.
Thanks, Sammy.
Yes, good pick.
Woo, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fine. Okay.
We're good.
No glass was broken in the filming of this. No.
The recording of this episode.
Yeah. That's awesome. So it's kind of, my rating is kind of in line with your guys's. I would actually give it 4.5 scarabs.
Nice.
You know, a lot of the reasoning is behind what you guys were saying. I mean, it has great replayability. You know, even after like 25 fucking years.
I can't believe it's that old.
I cannot believe that either. Okay. But yeah, like even after all that whole time, I am still fully engaged when I watch this movie. You know, sometimes when you watch older movies, you kind of go in and out of you're paying attention or you know.
You're going to scroll through Facebook while you're doing it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
you know,
What's
play
happening
a
on
little
Instagram
game or something. But with this one, you know, I don't think I looked away except maybe to write down notes about the movie.
Nice.
So it's very entertaining. I love the fact that it has all of the bits that you want to see in a movie.
Mm-hmm.
The action, the love story. Your little fox is so funny. The comedy, little quips. I mean, it doesn't have to be a big old story of comedy. It just does those little things here and there.
Yeah.
It's really just kind of
good comic relief.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I think it could have improved on would be its tie to history. I am usually a big fan of movies that have some sort of
very
accurate historical background, because then that kind of really draws me into, well, what was the real historical story behind this movie? And then just seeing it in a movie would be really awesome. So if they would have, at least made the people alive at the same time, used names of people that were alive during the same time, that would have been a little bit better.
Okay.
But I am glad the direction that they went, because there had been
I'm not gonna lie, prior to this, I didn't know that they were based on actual people. Like I knew SETI, that one I did know, but other than that, I didn't know that Imhotep and that was the real thing.
Yeah, exactly. And unfortunately, Imhotep then got a name of being this bad guy when actually, like I said, in reality, he was a good one. Shoot, I had it in my head. And I completely
I'm
forgot.
sorry.
No, you're fine.
Historical accuracy would have bumped it a little bit higher for you.
That's okay.
I'm sorry. I derailed your chain. That's terrible.
No. You're fine. So 4.5. Great actors. Great. For 1999, it's great CGI. Oh, it has something. Oh, yeah. So that's what it was. So they had started looking for somebody to remake The Mummy. Like I said, the original Mummy was big back in 1930s. Yeah, forever ago. And I'm sorry for anybody who was born in 1930. I apologize for calling you.
No, it legit was almost 100 years. That's forever.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, so you may not be listening. But starting in the 1980s, they had tried to find. They started wanting to do a remake of this movie. They had been through 2, 3, 4 different directors trying to get the right screenplay and the right feel for this movie, and all of them had pretty much been declined because they, once were wanting more towards a horror-y kind of feel. And it wasn't until Stephen Sommers came around and was like, well, let's put a little bit of romance and comedy into it, and not just be all this big Mummy is the horror, gruesome and disgusting,
like the Tom Cruise movie did.
Yeah, I'm not watching that junk. Anyway, I am not. I'm sorry.
That's
disclaimer.
Fine.
I
Don't
am
apologize.
not a big Tom. What is his name again?
Cruise.
Thank you. I'm not a big Tom Cruise fan. I really just.
You're in good company here.
I can't with him. So yeah, sorry. Round it all up. 4.5 scarabs.
Nice.
Is my rating for this movie.
Very nice.
Good. And thank you guys for all joining me in the review of it.
No, thank you for picking. It was a good one. This was fun.
Super fun.
Yes, and I
Good
look
job.
forward to the future episodes with Brendan Fraser.
Yes, and our Brendan Fraser Trifecta. So on that note, we's out, nerds.
All right. Talk to y'all later.
Hi, this is Snow. Thanks for listening to our podcast, Barrel Aged Chicks. It's 2023 and the chicks are here. We are so excited to share our future episodes of Barrel Aged Chicks, FMK, and Slasher Gal Pals. We hope you are enjoying our shenanigans as much as we do. Give us a follow on Instagram at Barrel Aged Chicks. If you'd like the gals to do a fan request, contact us on Instagram and we will give you a personal shout out on the show. Our podcast is available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple, Google, iHeartRadio, and Good Pods. Swag available through the link on Instagram. Please check it out, and thank you for your support. Special thanks to Carl Casey at White Bat Audio for his kick-ass music. He is amazing. Also, please grab a listen to the guys at Barrel Age Flicks Podcast. If you like booze, hilarity, and movies, check them out. Also, check out our network and other amazing podcasts at deluxeeditionnetwork.com. Bye till next time, and thanks for listening to our show. The party's leaving!